gathered love. I have gathered so much. All the pieces that fit into my box, but there was not one important thing. Back then, I did it every day. One day was just like another. I believed it was my own intention, but now I'm not sure anymore. Suddenly, my journey has begun, while everyone around bless me. How could I not? The world that I know is called and now I'm all much more.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society.
Okay.
So instead of
we're
reflecting
on,
on
we're good.
themselves, they blamed the beasts.
Okay, so I guess we can get right into our first match.
Yeah, started a little faster than we thought we would, but we're in there. We got the match up. It's gonna be Nago versus Ram, a match that you used to see all the time in Season 1 and Season 2, but I think it's really rare these days.
Yeah, this is one again. We've seen a few Rams before here in the internship as well, but I have to say, it's my first time seeing Nago, and right here we got our students. Bloodskiff Knight. Sorry, we got our mentors going first. Luna, Oxford Boomiey, and then Yokai Doctor Doom. So I'm excited to see how they go, and we're coming out the round swinging already.
Both these players are super experienced, super strong players. We got a burst coming out immediately. Doesn't want to deal with any of that ram pressure. And the guard crush coming through as well. On a nice Daro conversion. Quickly backdash into the 5K, and the RC will give you a nice 60%. Yeah, you have to burst that.
Healthy evening out, taking a big counter at the corner here, and I think Ram can send us through. Windshield wipers for the kill.
That's a quick round for Ram. Even though both bursts were spent, I mean, Ram touched you twice, it could be over. Even if you're Naga.
Yeah, it's always, you know, the mentors have the experience with the character, they know how to pilot these characters, they just don't waste any time. So I always love seeing just the absolute hero of of course, found herself in this sort of looping possible Arnold scenario into a back throw though.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate, because when you're in the corner versus Nago, it could be game over. Look at the pressure coming through, so much shit damage, and the blood pop! You might really get a combo if this doesn't end up getting it. But, no, we need to be careful here, but the 5H will do it, and get that last hit.
Yeah, ready for that final hit. Wow, that was a quick first round.
Yeah, I mean, we started quicker than we were supposed to, and you know what, we ended quick too.
Yeah, but yeah, so, and I know we missed that real quick. Our players very anxious to get on the stand, but of course, I'm Boomiey, here accompanied by the one, the only Infernochim. Timothy, how you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. I know that there's a Dizzy player in this event, so I'm locked in. I'm so locked in. That's my character.
A lot to look forward to today. We have a good lineup today. Some really interesting characters.
Yeah, I mean, we got a Dizzy player and we got one of my locals, so like, I'm gonna be so biased.
Yeah, we do our best as commentators, but we've always got a little bit of bias. So coming into this next, our next match on the Sports side, Dr. Doom just coming straight out the gate, and we're seeing like a pretty quick momentum shift from what we saw in the first round.
Choosing to do the OTG to avoid the burst, really, really good stuff. The Dr. Doom there, and now, I mean, it's gonna be looking a little bit tough. Ooh, the bite is very bad to see. You're gonna have to be blocking his Nago pressure for a while, and, you know, you need to do something. Blocks the 5D, that's really, really good, but...
Yeah. I'm marveling at both the range of both characters. Luna coming out with the burst, Really low on health. Coming in out with Garo, coming down, and Ram full screen.
Yep, that's her specialty. Gonna send you through the wall, but it's not gonna be enough to kill. You got a little bit of health to work with here, and 50 bar. Gonna spend that on a YRC. You have a chance, but you need to make it in, and the sword will stop you.
Yeah,
Tying
that
the
round
second
will
game
be
up.
really dire for a Luna or Octo Boomiey there for a second. Great turnaround.
Yeah, doing a really, really good job keeping this momentum in their favor. Nice throw as well, little reset action. And now you have to block this guard crush sword pressure. Oh man, the Morto won't be enough to kill, but you don't have any meter to work with, any burst. This might just be the end, and you get caught throwing!
Yeah, but a perfect round for Octo Boomiey. Well done. I have to admit, again, these rounds are going by fast, right? It's like this is like a volatile matchup. Like I didn't know what I expected to see, but the aggression, just the pressure that both these characters can apply from mid-screen, and just like these the players just not wasting any time with their offense. It's really, really crazy to see. So I believe that is the mentors that make 1 point each for their game. So I believe Team Ram is up 2 points right now.
Yeah, and I mean, it's looking pretty quick. There was a round there where Dr. Doom looked super dominant, but Boomiey has been in the driver's seat, I think, for most of this set.
It slipped away just from the first little bit with Dr. Doom there. You see, again, Octo Boomiey really good at just kind of like resetting and bringing the ultimate control back into their hands.
Absolutely. Oh, but these bite moves coming through. This is really, really tough. Nice block. And a great Mortal Botto. Now you have a chance to make a comeback. You do a full burst and a great anti with the 5P.
Yes. And being sent into the corner against Ram is exactly what we don't want to be. It's just so good. It's those YRCs.
Yeah, one air to air as well. That's enough to kill. Octo Boomiey locked in there. That looked like Dr. Doom's round. Absolutely. But
potentially
help
set
off the
point
momentum
here. For Octo Boomiey, Dr. Doom potentially facing their doom. He is good at to make something happen. Tech in the throw, both the swords are gone. Now's our chance to strike.
Yeah, whipping that 6H there is not what you want to see. You're gonna get thrown into that corner. And now with the backdash, such a good shimmy, with the burst bait coming through. Now you're gonna take quite a bit of damage if Dr. Doom chooses to spend, but he doesn't.
It is healthily evened out. Both players just trying to find something in this neutral situation here. Octo Boomey's gonna find that low hit.
Yeah, but a bite coming through. Now you have to block. Tons of pressure, but you don't if you just spend that Mortal Botto. And that should be it with the windshield wipers. Octo Boomiey 3-0 over Dr. Doom.
Yeah. So the mentors, if anybody's not familiar with the event, mentors do make points for their team, right? So whoever takes a set, it's not a winner takes all sort of thing. The mentors are fighting to get their points over the course of the matches for today. But of course, this is about the students that are doing all the improving, you know what I mean? Mentors been doing the teaching, but we're here to see the students, right, who are going to take the stands in just a second. And they make 2 points per round, so students can get up to 6 points from their set, whereas the mentors can only make up to 3. So, you know, even if you don't take the set, you know, you're still just doing whatever you can to get points on the board. And of course, we're going to see, you know, after seeing the mentors, hopefully the students sitting down, taking notes. They were studying hard. And we'll see what the students can adopt going into onto their side of the set.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the good things about, you know, the mentors going first, that the students can watch and kind of understand how the matchup's supposed to look. You know, they can steal some of the tech, some of the matchup knowledge. I think especially for a matchup like this, it's important, right? Because your margin of error in this matchup is slim. Both these characters do so much damage, so explosive. So you need to adapt quick.
And it's another one of those things where it's like from the mentors, we have the game experience, we know a little bit more of the spacing, we have more like the matchup experience. Students are more just down to clown. They're just ready to throw stuff out there, just try things, some like absolutely unhinged stuff that you've never seen before, just to see what works. And that's what makes these things so entertaining to watch, in my opinion, just experimenting with these new ideas. So the student side definitely can play out a lot differently than the mentor side, so we'll see how that goes as we're getting into our first round.
Yep. Getting started, a nice counter coming through, and another counter as well. It's time for some Nago pressure. The overhead comes through.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be really tough to get out of this corner. But ends up jumping out, and now the burst comes out.
And I gotta say, The names crossed me up there for a second. That I did. We had 19 inches of Nago, then 19 inches of Brave Lethal. But yeah, Bud Knight here, going for the blood pop. You have to make something happen real fast. Oh no, and this health lead is dwindling, but a poorly advised jump in is going to close out the round.
Yeah, it's so tough versus Blood Rage Nago. Just so much damage with those H normals. Nice back throw coming through though, and now you have to block for your life. You block the overedge, you do, and now you get the punish with the far slash.
Yeah.
Great neutral coming out here. So patient, but gets caught by the jump in. Now, you have to block. The 6H coming through, double 6H, and that wall breaks. You are now one touch away from death.
Yeah, and the touch does come through. Skiff, a really powerful round, and right away, we were talking about it before, but yeah, already completely different of a turnout than we got from the mentor side. Team Nago taking the first 2 points on the student side.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's one of the benefits, I think, of Nago, right? Like, when there's any sort of scramble, he's probably the best character to deal with that scramble.
Yeah.
His damage is so high, his health is so high, his threat at so many ranges is so scary. We're gonna have to see, you know, what adaptations you make to deal with it. Nice far slash, though. That's a good start.
And it looks like Meki fan Becky coming out with the early aggression this time is gonna get Skiff's burst out soon. Ooh, and this is looking bad. This is putting you right in that situation you don't want to be in versus Ram. I think
and this should be enough to kill. Yup. And a perfect too.
Really nicely done, and a complete momentum shift in the last match that we saw.
Yep, definitely some adaptations coming through. I mean, look at this corner pressure. Having such a tough time getting out. And now you're gonna get wall broken. Doesn't decide to go for the super, but now you have 50-meter post wall break here.
Yeah, and it was one thing we saw from Octon Boomiey. Meki also just making use of those gaps in the Nago pressure whenever they can. But I have to say, Skiff also just really good. The anti is a fantastic burst bait coming out.
That was amazing. And now you're gonna take it all the way to the corner. Doesn't get the full combo there, but this is still really tough, especially when you get opened up by the low. And Meki gonna be taking the game here, tying this up.
Yeah, and there's so much mental stack, right? Just like when you're doing the ram pressure, dealing with whatever she can do, and then the imminent explosion of the sword in the corner, it's a lot. You know, it's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that pressure might have been nerfed last patch, but it's still really threatening. I think, like, most players will not notice that nerf. It's one of those things, like, you need to know. You need to know how to abuse that nerf, and if you don't, that pressure is basically infinite.
Yeah, so... again, I have to commend against the adaptation from our Ram student here, Becky. I'm interested to see how Skiff here is going to try to counter this.
Yeah, a really nice jump on the rock, but needs to just find a way out of these corner situations. The overheads keeps catching them as well. Oh man, that's really, really tough. Forced to burst. You get a chance here, but you need to make it count, especially with this onslaught of guard crush swords.
Yeah, and the throw is going to come through, just holding down back for dear life here. We're looking for a moment, and a throw whip is going to find it. Oh, but the Mortabato, once again, just going to turn it around. Maybe just a little too quick to want to get our turn back.
Yeah, great far slash, and you force the burst out of Meki. Now you have a chance here. With Nago damage, you can certainly make something happen. The 6H, one more hit should do it. But Meki does have meter, you have to watch out for that. The 2S comes through, no full conversion, but overhead into the RC. This might be enough to kill. Nago does have health, and he will survive.
Wow, a quick side swap and a big old Nago door would have closed it out. That was crazy.
Very crazy. Definitely the closest round we've seen so far.
And here we see that situation again. Meki just establishing that early quarter control, but then another back throw from Skiff.
Yeah, that's really tough. But now, you know, you found your way out of this corner. Meki has a chance, especially with that whiff command throw. It doesn't seem like they're aware that Ondo is now minus on block.
Oh, and this fight does find its mark though. Another side swap.
Yeah, now you're just stuck in this neutral situation, but, you know, Meki is pretty low on life here. One hit should do it. Has burst, but will you get the chance to use it? There it is.
Yeah.
But now chip damage is a threat, and the 5H will do it. Nice whiff punish.
Yeah, and you know, with both these characters, it's just like that was that was such a far away whip punish. It's just you really got to be careful with those normals because like both these characters have the opportunity to hit you from parts of the screen that you just wouldn't think not a lot of characters don't have that privilege. You know, I'm a Geo player myself. Stubby your buttons, but I gotta really dash in if I want to get you right there.
Yup, and the beautiful thing about it for these characters too is that they have no hurt box on most of their normals. It's just all red, all hitbox.
It's all swords.
Yup. So very, very hard to counter poke versus. Oh, the 6P clash to start it off! But Meki's gonna end up coming out ahead on that trade. But
Yeah.
with a burst, now it's time to start some Nago pressure.
I'm admiring the early aggression from both of these players. Like both really just want to establish control at the start of a round.
Yeah, and it makes sense. I mean, look at what happens when one of them gets started, right? This corner pressure, this damage. Basically, whoever gets the first hit could decide the round.
And, you know, and I don't want to confuse the aggression for recklessness either, because both these players, both very patient in neutral when need be. But, of course...
Absolutely, I mean, we're seeing it right now.
A Skiff just, you know, only one hit away from Doom, and that's going to come through. Doing a good job catching most of these jump-ins for Meki here, but that one is going to hit.
Yeah, I think they got caught mid-Fukyo animation, but a great back throw. This has been the story of most of these rounds, I feel like, is Skiff gets a really good back throw, and then they're back in the game. Look at this right now. The aggression on display.
Yeah, and here it is. Oh, and a perfect round finished out with a bite. Very nicely done.
Yup. Get a little bite to end it off, and now, you know, Skiff does have some momentum to work with. The 6H guard crush coming through, keeping Meki into this corner, and they're struggling to find their way out.
And a good defensive counter hit. That is really good active defense right there. And that back to corner. Try to get some aggression going. Another bite coming through.
Yeah, these bites have been so good right when they need it. Now a gold burst coming through, and this is really terrifying. You have to deal a positive bonus Nago, and you might not get a chance to deal with it for long. No, the dropped combo! Now Meki has a chance to make this comeback. Gonna bring you wall to wall.
Oh, and we saw the gold burst, we saw the great call on the jump in, but this might lead to Skipp's demise here, and it does. Oh, heartbreaking.
So unfortunate. Yeah, sometimes all it takes is one drop for your opponent to make that comeback, and Meki was locked in, ready to take that opportunity.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was that was heartbreaking. That was it looked like everything was in order there. Like the stars had aligned. Just that one drop just changed the entire tone of that last 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's how it happens. But you know, for sure, I think Skiff showed really good signs in that game. So there's definitely a chance for this comeback.
Trying to put her on team 5 here. Again, Meki establishing that early control, just catching Skiff here, just trying to press.
Yeah, and continuing to get those catches. Really, really good stuff. Really good awareness from Meki. Able to take advantage of you know, Skiff's habits on defense. And now you're one round away from winning this set, if I'm not mistaken.
And we've seen players make these adjustments very equally matched. It can go either way, especially in such a volatile matchup.
Yup. Oh, almost a really nice whiff punish. But, oh, these 6Ks have been putting in so much work. Now a 6H. This is definitely enough to kill the Beyblade. It'll do it, and a perfect for Skiff.
Okay, so we'll see. This is the round to make it happen. We'll see what our players got.
Yep, this conversion, though, it's going to be really, really tough for Skiff to make this comeback, especially versus positive bonus Ram.
Okay, here we are. Just doing our best to defend. A good catch on that normal there. Cross the screen, get a hard C for the wall break.
I like the choice. You know, spend that meter, make sure you get that wall break. Now you have positive bonus. You're close to building a burst. You do have to deal with 100-meter Ram, right? Mortal Bot will come out at any time, but might not get the chance. The burst bait coming through! Such a good burst bait from Meki there, but doesn't have the damage to kill here. Needs to find one more hit.
Without the swords against a Nago with blood to spend.
Yes, Skip certainly has a chance.
Oh, wonderful defense, but Skip finding a crack in the armor, helping even out. But, oh, and they're in range to punish the blood pop.
Oh, man, what a tragedy there. Oh, man, I can't believe that blood pop happened right there, but that's how it goes. Mackey's gonna be taking that.
Yeah, and let's see. Sorry, what is the score right now? I thought that was our game 5, but I don't know. These things have been going so fast. I might have Okay, yeah, it looks like it was. Okay, cool. So
I can't tell. These numbers keep swapping on me.
I know.
But I think that was it. You know, Mackey did such a great job, I think, with the corner pressure, keeping Skiff locked down at basically every moment, calling out their mash habits. It was really amazing to see.
Yeah, that was very nicely played from both players. Again, I was really glad to see the Nago student again getting some points on the board. Yeah, that was a heck of a first set to kick us off. I think that was just yeah, the aggression was just unrivaled. And I was happy to see both on the student and mentor side, like the Ram players trying to find those gaps in the Nago pressure to turn things around. And then Skiff as well, the Nago student, just had some really good throw game, really good back throws, really good bites to reset that blood meter. Yeah, it's very nicely done.
Yeah, no, that was really well played from both of them. You can tell they've been grinding, they've been practicing.
Yeah,
but Mackey's gonna be the one taking the dub today.
I did have the pleasure of running some friendlies against Skiff recently. And this was like maybe a week ago. Part of the way like through maybe like just before their internship. But I have to say, the player that we just watched is not the Nago that I fought just a little while ago. So having like the pleasure to commentate and seeing these players improve in real time, it really is awesome.
Absolutely, it's dope. Again, I sound like a broken record because I say it every time, but that's the best part about this event, this community, is seeing all these players get better over time.
Yeah, it is, and it is nice. And again, I just I've gone from competitor recently in this to luckily being a commentator, which is a lot of fun. But it's fun because I get to see a lot of people that I have competed with or against rather, and I've gotten to commentate for a lot of these players. And it's cool seeing. It's not as cool seeing the growth when you're getting knocked out of loser side in bracket, but it's cool seeing the growth when you're from the commentators booth.
Yeah, I feel that. I think even when you're the competitor, sometimes you gotta be like, you know what, you got me there. Good shit, you got better. I'm proud of you. And then you be mad about it for a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, I've definitely made like a lot of good friends just for bracket. Or even just like, I've had a lot of people who we've gone back and had like rivalries going on, and it's just like it becomes like a friendship with it's just like, but I've also had to like knock out some of my good friends in bracket too. That's always the worst. I'm not sure if you've ever had to do that, but you have to fight your friend in bracket and be like, I'm sorry. But it must be done.
I've had that happen so many times. Do you know how many brackets I've been knocked out by my training partner or vice versa? Miserable. I hate it.
I think you've given me the lore on that one, Shimithi. Like, who does your training partner play?
My training partner plays May. So I have to fight May in like every bracket I enter. Not these days, but back when I was grinding this game like crazy, I would have to fight my homie on May, and then I pull up to locals, and then I gotta fight JSAV on May. Miserable, dog.
Yeah. And I think you mentioned that like your friend like you would always have them in the friendlies, but when it came to bracket, they were just
Yup. I mean, look, okay, Bridget May is an unserious matchup in first and 3. Okay, in bracket, you get hit twice, and it's like, damn. My fault, dog. That's
true. You last thing you want to see when you're out of burst is just a single May 5H counter hit. Like
that shit has your life flashing before your eyes.
Especially on Bridget. Bridget does not have the room to fumble. Like she does not have the health to be taking those hits.
No, she doesn't. It's okay though. Dizzy has the health.
Yeah, let's see. So it looks like for our next match, we've got Lucy and... Let me double check this. Let's see.
Yeah, this should be Lucy versus ABBA next.
Okay, yeah. And so for this, we saw it once with one of our previous mentorships, but So the ABBA mentor we have here is Juno, who I believe you're familiar with, Chim.
Yeah.
That they're competing on the mentor side. This player's the ABBA player student's mentor couldn't make it today. They had a preoccupation come up last minute. So this we found an ABBA to compete for our mentor, but Yukio was the person who did all the mentoring with our ABBA student, the fixer or Bob. But yeah, we're going into our mentor side. We're gonna see Baliyaza versus Juno, Lucy versus ABBA. I'm not very enlightened on this matchup. Chim, how do you think this one might go?
I have no clue. Nobody plays either of these characters. This is a matchup that nobody's ever seen before. If you've seen it in chat, I don't believe you. I really have no fucking clue, but I'm excited to see it. I'm hyped to see my GOAT Juno. That's my local. Juno beats my ass when we play. So I'm hyped to see her cook here. But I am also excited to see some Lucy. I think this character is super underexplored. I think she's probably not great, but I feel like we don't know yet. I feel like people have not put the time in to maybe like figure everything out with her. But she's still probably not great.
Yeah. I was speaking to Bali actually. They have a really good character knowledge. They were even explaining to me. I don't remember all the details because Dust Loop sometimes escapes me. But they believe that Lucy has like one of the best 5Ks in the game. I was like, oh wow, I did not even know that. But
Lucy, yeah, she definitely does. It's such a good 5K, and when she has meter, she can kill you off that 5K. Like she does like 50% off of 5K with meter. It's just that she doesn't do any damage besides that.
And are we having? Let's see. Not sure if we're having trouble with the stand or if we're waiting on something. Give me just 1 second. Oh.
And yeah, Lucy did win a major, actually. Right? Didn't was it Padachu? Did Padachu play Lucy somewhere? I think I saw that on Twitter. I didn't get to watch the VOD though. What happened? How did that happen? Who let that happen?
I actually have no idea. So I think there's a little bit of discrepancy right now. So I think for this one, we're actually going to have our students compete first before the mentors. I think ABBA, I believe our ABBA mentor needs a second.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so we're gonna be doing students first then. Okay.
Yes.
This is still gonna be hype. A matchup you don't get to see too often. Again, I think Lucy's so cool. I think they did a really good job putting her in this game. I was so skeptical when they announced her. I was like, this ain't no fucking Guilty Gear character.
Because a Guilty Gear I feel like has actually come and bring the Slayer to the stand. Guilty Gear has such a unique aesthetic. And I was just like, there's no way that they're gonna integrate Lucy properly. But I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised with how they integrated her. Like I was very this is, what? I think she fits. I think she fits.
Yeah, she looks great in this game. She looks so she animates so well. All of her supers, all of her intros, they cooked. But we're jumping on into it. It looks like it's gonna be Sideshow Penguin versus the Fixer. Lucy versus ABBA. I'm hyped.
Yeah. So right away, good patience for both players, just measuring each other out in neutral. I've had the pleasure of commentating for Sideshow before. This is like a pretty methodical Lucy player, but from what I've seen, Sideshow needs a second to get a download, but once they do, their offense is like so hard to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, luckily that patience is what you want to see versus ABBA, right? This character, you don't want to take too many risks because this is what could happen. You get put in this jealous rage situation, the overhead comes through, and look at how much damage you're going to take from an 18-frame overhead. Force to burst, and I like that choice.
Yeah, and I like what I saw from the Fixer just there. In the jealous rage, we get so tempted just to run our opponent down when we have that, our resource being spent actively. But it's a good backstep to let your opponent hit. But nonetheless, Sideshow Penguin going to turn around and have Fixer put into the corner. Not quite a wall break.
Yep. And again, just playing super patient right now. I think this is exactly how you want to play, but that 5H is going to find something there. Now, Jealous Rage time. You can go low, and the low will do it. The Donzai getting the kill.
Yeah. Wow, you hate to see your hate to look at your health, and then you hate to see a full Jealous Rage meter right there.
Yep, most terrifying thing in the game. ABBA, not a great character when she's in normal mode, but in Jealous Rage, one of the best.
And I love to see Sideshow Penguin just establishing space with their normals, really keeping Fixer at bay here. Fixer trying to do some good FDing, finding a good hit in. This might be exactly what we needed to get our pressure going.
Yup. Oh, hops over the 2S. That is huge. But doesn't decide to go for the full combo. Decides to uninstall, and maybe that's the right choice. They want to keep that Jealous Rage meter up. But a nice punish from Sideshow, you know, might prove that wrong. We're gonna see though. Definitely some good blocks coming out from Fixer.
Yeah, and I'd like to say another thing. Compared to our last student set, we have the patience from these. Last students were patient, but these is just like, it's a completely different energy from both the matches.
For sure. Oh, and the trade coming through, but the Fixer will come out ahead and take that first game.
Yeah, very nicely played. So again, I've seen Sideshow before, very patient player. I think it can be kind of scary, right, going in on ABBA. I know they're trying to find that chink in the armor, but it's just, yeah, I wonder if we're going to see the adaptations of one of the players is going to kind of get that download, see who develops like a little more confidence in the gameplay and the spacing, and just start, you know, goes all out on the offense first, because I think that might be what we need to see to see a win, because, again, Fixer just kind of winning out in these neutral situations here. Very patient ABBA.
Yeah, the thing about it is, like, you know, as much as you do want to play patient versus ABBA, you have to actually find a balance. Because if you're too patient, she just gets a free install or she pulls up on you, and then you could lose the game. I mean, look at this right here. Right, you're going to deal with plus frames. Oh, but a nice 6P coming out from Sideshow, finally putting some offense on.
Oh, good little dash in, anticipating a hit from Sideshow. Doesn't quite come out. Sideshow once again coming in, and maybe you see a lot of F-beams from Fixer. Maybe we'll see some strike throw represented, but nonetheless, Jealous Rage coming through. In that corner is exactly where you don't want to be.
Yeah, great defense coming out from Sideshow. That was amazing. Oh, but the DP gets baited, doesn't get the full punish. But a great burst as well. Good stuff to Sideshow there. Yeah. And now finally getting a nice counter to work with.
Oh, this could be big. Bursting as soon as the Jealous Rage is out, getting the quick hacks off. Oh, and that poison just does so much damage. Look at the health drain.
Yep, this is really, really scary. This is when Lucy gets to do some damage. But, you know, Fixer's finding their way out, you know, getting little bits, and the PRC key grab. Really, really good stuff. But the Danze ends up whipping, forced to use that PRC, but now a throw comes through.
Out of Jealous Rage. Oh, wow. Trading right into a throw. Nice. And a very nicely spaced counter hit.
Yep, that far slash was really, really smart there. Now, you know, Sideshow working on a perfect, working on a round here, which is huge. And now the counter coming through, going to put Fixer into that corner, or at least close.
I'm sometimes flabbergasted by not only the space at which Lucy can establish space like with her normals, but also just like how fast they come out sometimes. Like I get jump scared by Lucy low sometimes.
Yeah, she has some of the fastest, longest range normals in the game. Really, really terrifying stuff. We're seeing it right there, right? That huge far slash. One of the biggest normals in the game for sure.
Okay. And a good burst there to stop the meter gain on the ABBA side. Are gonna get caught, I believe. Swapping with the Jealous Rage. Stuck in the corner now, holding down back. Dear life. Okay, here it is.
Yeah, now it's make something happen. Yes, Sideshow has shown some really good defense in the past, but you can't block forever. The overhead is coming. And gonna tie up the second game.
Okay, yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing for both students so far. A big counter kick, start off the round, Sideshow Penguin running, a Fixer into the corner, finding that cap in the defense. Overhead, but once again landing into a back throw.
Ooh, but a great DP, you know, getting you out of that situation. Life is at about the same right here. You do have some meter to work with though if your Sideshow can spend that on a YRC, but gets caught by the overhead instead. Nice little install coming out from the Fixer as well. Really good management, but the overhead finds purchase.
Yeah, Fixer is so methodical with their meter spending. I feel like I don't actually get to see that a lot from ABBA players, but this is gonna be enough to kill here.
Absolutely. Yeah, the Fixer seems like really aware of, you know, where their meter's at, how to manage their Jealous Rage meter. You know, even chooses to like not break the wall sometimes to get it an uninstall to regen some meter, which is like, I think it's a pretty high level thinking. I think sometimes it's not the right choice, but right there it worked out perfectly.
Yeah, it's a conscious decision, you know, but nonetheless it shows that you're considering the risk reward, how much you can get by keeping corner here, how much you get from like a positive bonus and a wall break, you know, going back to neutral. And honestly, Sideshow, again, showing that they are do have strengths in neutral. Sometimes you don't actually have that confidence to compete with those Lucy normals.
Yeah, I mean, it is a daunting task to deal with a character that, you know, hits you from halfway across the screen. But... Nice little 5P, swatting Appa away.
Okay, and a quick stall. Oh, right. Again, Vix are running their corner pressure. Good defense from Sideshow, gonna find their way out as that research quickly being spent.
Yeah, now, you know, Fixer's all out of this Jealous Rage meter. This is exactly what Sideshow needs to take advantage of.
Yeah,
right?
No burst,
this is when
no
Abba
meter.
is the worst character in the game. If she has no Jealous Rage meter, you can just do offense on her, keep pressing, and make sure she can't get that meter back. You need to make sure she never gets any meter back.
Yeah, and that's the hit we're looking for. You're gonna get close to killing.
Yep, just one more touch will do it, and still the Fixer doesn't have any meter to speak of. Gonna just start shooting the gun.
And that's true. Abba, not known for her ability to deal with zoning, but nonetheless, Sideshow gonna go in and end up bang this a little bit. We just need one more hit. Oh
no, this could be it.
Sideshow.
Oh, tried to parry what I think was like a DP parry? That's crazy.
Yeah, I think Bob was expecting Sideshow to panic there, but Sideshow keeping cool even with this round that almost has escaped their control. Both players ending up with burst. Honestly, really well played from Vixer there.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. Great patience. But, you know, Sideshow's going to end up coming out ahead here. That 5K coming through, stopping Abba from doing anything. Again, such a good normal, as you were mentioning before the set. But what's a good normal in the face of Jealous Rage Abba? Uninstall, reinstall, and now you have full Jealous Rage post-wall break to work with here. You also have some meter to spend on the door super. Doesn't decide to go for it, though.
Yeah, and again, you know, you've lost over half your health. You're going through that wall against an Abba full Jealous Rage, and not what you want to see, but Sideshow doing a good job dealing with it. Still sitting on top of their burst up until now. Oh, I think we're pressing.
Yeah, won't be able to get a full conversion here, though, because you uninstalled. Now, you know, even though you have the life lead, it's going to be tough to get that last hit that you need. The PRC key grab coming through, though. Do have some plus points to work with, and the far slash will get the hit. The Fixer, now, you know, one round away from winning this set, 3-0.
Good technical play from a student, no less. I feel like that's one of those things that the mentor had to, Yukio probably had to sauce, you know, onto Fixer there, because that's one of those things that you don't see a lot of lower level Abbas doing.
Yep. Great overhead coming through, and now going for a little reset. I like these choices from the Fixer. The overhead gets a counter hit. This is going to do so much. The super coming through, and now you have basically one more guess for game. Will you DP, will you deflect shield, or will you get caught by the side switch and die?
Wow, yeah, a dire situation to be in, but a really good just call out, just a cross up to close it out. And again, Fixer showing that they're very meter conscious. Went for that burst bait in that last little scenario, didn't end up coming out, but getting the kill nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very terrifying situation. When you're wall broken by Abba, she can go same side, she can go cross up, and then once you block that same side or cross up, you have to block high or low again. Yeah. The fun part about fighting Abba.
So, and I believe, so that's 6 points for Team Abba there, and now I believe we're gonna have our mentors taking the stand now, question mark.
Yeah, it should be.
Let's see.
This one, I think you're just fighting for the points in the standings, but I mean, it's all worth it, right, to make sure that you come out ahead.
Yeah. Let's see, man, Chim, we had, it was in the last orientation, and then the last internship, we had a Venom player, and I was like, I know that's one of your characters, and I was like, I was so badly, like, I know you catching Daisy did a great today, which is great, but I was so badly like, man, I wish you could have seen it. I wish you could have seen it. We had some really good Venom play.
Yeah, I tuned in for a little bit, so I did get to watch a little bit of the Venom, and it was dope. It was very, very cool. But I am no longer a Venom player. I'm a Dizzy player only.
Okay.
Until I get bored. Yeah, I love Dizzy. That's my character.
Yeah. So hold on, and so let me get the order right. You played Bridget, right? and then it was Venom, and then was it Dizzy, Venom, then back to Dizzy?
Yeah, and then when the game first came out, I played Kai. So I played Kai until Bridget dropped. Bridget for like 2 years, and then Dizzy dropped. And then I was like, oh, this Dizzy character is really cool. And then Venom came out, and I'm like, oh my god, that's like the coolest character ever.
That's such a unique cast of characters, like for somebody to play. Like, what is Chip? How would you like describe your play style as a player? Like, I don't even know. I've never seen anybody like pocket those mains.
In Guilty Gear, I play set play zoners. Any set play zoner, that's what I like to do. I love set play. I love zoning. I love it. I love it so much. It's weird though. In other games, I play like rushdown characters. In Guilty Gear specifically, I'm a set play zoner. But I play like in Under Night, I play a rushdown character. I play a grappler in Melty Blood.
Oh wow!
I play everything.
Okay, and then I believe this is your GOAT Juno. You're somebody from your locals. Taking the stand now. So yeah, doing the mentor side now, fighting for this last 3 points for their team. The Lucy intro screwed me for a second. I thought something happened to my screen.
Lucy hacking your computer.
But so we, in a bit of a little turn of fate, we did see the students go first. So I'm interested to see how the mentor is going to play this one differently out.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a little bit more aggression, I would imagine, from the Lucy player. But it's going to be tough versus an Ava player of Juno's caliber here. And the pressure's already starting, right? So tough to get out, but a nice air dash is going to get Balyaza? Is that how you say that?
Yeah, Balyaza or Bali. What a good air throw.
Oh, nice conversion coming out here. Goes for the key super as well. And now you are one guess away from losing this round.
Yeah, ooh, and we made that guess. I think Juno, expecting that DP to come out, was ready for it.
Yeah, went for that safe jump. Really, really good stuff.
Yeah. And, both, one of the things that Abba, like, we saw it from Fixer as well, just like, Abba can go for a cross-up, she can just go for the safe jump. Like, she does have some options after she gets that hard knockdown.
Yep, and now you're gonna get broken through this wall. Oh no, decides to go for the uninstall, and I like that choice from Juno, actually. The burst coming through to keep Bali in that corner, and now key grab. One more hit should do it. The gold burst gets blocked, but that 2S is going to find a counter hit. Now you have a chance here. If you're Bali, you need to make something happen, but a great backdash. No meter for the RC, though. You still have one more chance.
Bali just trying to find their way out, but, just really good, methodical offense, not giving you too much time to think.
Yeah, I mean, Abba offense is unrelenting. This character can make you guess in so many different ways in terms of where she wants to reset, where the mix-ups are coming, and Juno's one of the best on the planet in terms of recognizing when those mix-ups can happen.
Yeah, but not gonna lie, it's just like, I'm not the best advocate, like, counter myself, but it's just like, that matchup, I just find myself praying in most scenarios for the to find something.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the vibe. Oh my god, that JH, it's so amazing. Now you're gonna put in the corner. Now, Juno is running out of a Jealous Rage meter here, goes for the uninstall. I like that choice.
Yeah.
These DPs from Bali
again, doing a great job building it back up, but it's like, Juno took so much use out of that first Jealous Rage that, again, this, like, it's just gonna kill.
Yeah, I can't believe that worked out, but Juno ready for that. Ooh, unfortunate throw whiff. Now you're stuck in the blender.
Yeah, catching Bali, again, just down backing, is gonna go off the strike throw there. Good DP, Bali gonna represent some strike throw of their own.
Yeah, Bali's showing no fear here. Has gotten their DP baited a few times, but just said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it again. I have to. And now you're gonna get a huge hit. This is the chance for the comeback, if there was any.
Yeah. See, again, just trying to find that neutral. We're seeing, signs of life from Bali, getting Juno into the corner. Trying to find a way. Don't have any meter here. Trying to find a way to mix Abba, but she's instead gonna find a hit of her own.
Ooh, great punish. Juno does have a little bit of Jealous Rage meter to work with, but, if Bali has their way, Juno might not get a chance to use it.
Okay, so, again, both players sitting on burst, but of course, one of them is up around, and, quickly spending out that Jealous Rage. Good cross-up.
Yeah, really good cross-up. Juno was not ready for it. And hopefully isn't ready for this ensuing mix-up, but the 2K2D into the RC, this should be enough to kill with all that meter spent. No, actually! Has the guts to survive, and a great 2P. Bali has a chance here, needs to find something, but the door super coming through, and it's going to chip them out!
Yeah. I didn't quite see, did we run out of meter for FD there?
Yeah, unfortunately, Bali completely ran out of meter there.
That is such an unfortunate situation to be in. But again, these ABBA players, maybe something I'm not aware of with these ABBA players. ABBA players seem to be having this just a transcendental awareness of their opponent's meter.
Yeah, I mean, they got a lot of experience paying attention to Jealous Rage, so I guess it transfers over to paying attention to their opponent's meter.
Yeah. And I don't always think of ABBA as like a resource character, but she definitely is.
Yeah. And the best ABBAs are the best at managing that resource. Nice burst coming through, though. Bali did have a great start. And another burst coming through. Both players now down their burst. But Juno running out of that Jealous Rage meter. Now, Bali is in such a great position, right? You have that nerve state or whatever it's called. With the back throw from Juno, no, this could be so bad.
Oh, but a counter is going to find our way out. Bali finding these scenarios, just turning it around at these unexpected points.
Yeah, Bali 100% not out of this, even though Juno is up 2 games right now. But the back throw, Juno wants to win this right here. Catches with the same side overhead. That JD, so ambiguous sometimes. And a great catch with that counter hit. Now you're sent through the wall. This should be enough to kill. This is almost full Jealous Rage meter.
Yeah, cool. That's big.
Absolutely. Now Juno 1 round away from taking this set for their student.
Yeah, I gotta say, a really strong showing from our ABBA team today.
Yeah, they're both playing amazing. But again, Bali has a chance here, you know, getting some plus frames to work with. It's just so tough when you have to block ABBA mix.
I know. And then again, we're still seeing on top of our burst here. Another cross up is going to fade out the burst, and I believe this is just enough of speed to close out the round.
Yeah, that's definitely enough. Juno completely aware of when that burst was going to come through and ready to steal it away and any chance of a comeback.
Yeah, honestly, it's like, you know, if Juno was somebody who could appear at my local, after seeing that, I'd be scared. This is not a player that I would want to run into in a dark alley or in a bracket.
No, you do not. I got PTSD watching some of those setups. I've lost many sets. I can't even tell you the first time that Juno hit me with Rekka 1 Kara Door Super. That setup is so fucked up and people don't know, okay? If you YRC the Rekka 1, the super still hits you and you die. You die. And then she's plus 40 million in your face, and she does high, low, left, right on you. Dog. Evil character. But Juno's gonna come out ahead and take that for the ABBA team.
Yeah. So that is really funny just me to empathize with what's happening on the screen. But yeah, another thing I enjoy is just like, again, you're gonna watch students improve, but again, these mentors, they have a really good grasp on the character. It is always fun to see some stuff, pick up some stuff. Like, I didn't play ABBA, but I feel like I picked up a thing or two from watching these ABBA players today. Just some things I didn't even know ABBA could do.
Yep, and I mean, we saw some dope stuff from Lucy as well. I mean, the pressure coming out, the defense, even though you were fighting a losing battle there were tons of opportunities that Bali had to make those comebacks, and it looked great. It's dope to see Lucy. I think she's such a cool character, and I wish more people played her. Maybe next pack, maybe 2.0 when she gets like super buffed to be top 1.
Yeah, I don't know who. I saw Razzo very briefly playing Lucy. I'm not sure if she's still on the Lucy or not. But I don't know. She swaps characters so much. I can't even like kind of comprehend or like keep up anymore. But that was like the only one I ever saw like a competitive scenario, and I think I'd get to see it again.
I see, Eno Mantra in the chat. We don't need to buff Dizzy more. We actually do need to buff Dizzy more. I think we should speed up her charge 6H. We should make it more plus. I think she should have a 4 frame, and I think Michael Sword should have the frame data of Mistminer. Thank you in advance, everyone.
So we're gonna see. All right, you're a Dizzy player. I know you know a thing or two about the Dizzy matchups. Chimp, tell me, what does Dizzy Nago look like? Oh, rocking your color too.
But it's a lot better. Yeah, this is my color. Let's go. This matchup used to suck, but it's quite a bit better now that Beyblade is not a low, and, you know, some of the other nerfs to Nago and the buffs to Dizzy. But it's tough, right? When you're stuck in this corner, it's going to be really tough to get out.
Oh, and we are taking the burst here. Okay, hopefully making something happen. Max. Oh, yeah, she's got the confidence, and it seems like it's paying off. Oh, it's... Goodness. How does Nago deal with the frozen floors here?
So, the funny thing about that, Nago Beyblade, I don't know if you noticed the animation, he hops off the ground, he ignores Ice Floor, and he actually speeds up when he hits the ground again. So, he actually doesn't give a fuck about Ice Floor. And we're seeing it right there, hops over the Ice Pillar, gets a counter hit. That's huge. Dr. Doom taking the first round here.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I had my doubts when I saw Max. I saw her burst there with that health lead, but she was cooking. Like, again, maybe you Dizzy's are on some stuff that I just can't comprehend. But, oh, and this is good. Big throw here. Is the blue light gonna pop here? Oh, no.
Zero fear from Dr. Doom that just goes for the back throw. That's so bad. And that really takes so much damage. You know, Max needs to find her way out of this corner. But it's gonna be tough, especially dealing with 2-blood Nago.
Dr. Doom, again, such an aggressive player, such oppressive offense. I know they've been picking up some Nago stuff recently themselves. Using as a mentor, still always a student. You know, the best mentors are students, lifelong students themselves, you know. But, and we're seeing that here.
Oh, really good jump coming out from Max here, though. This is huge. This is gonna be so... Yo, this throw coming out. Now you can go for some fish mix-up here. Decides to actually just go for a shimmy, and I like that choice. Keeping it safe, especially with the burst on deck, but no chance to use it.
Yeah, I'm admiring Max's setups here. Really just finding a really decisive opportunity to come in and just, I don't know all the semantics of it, but just like, do the Dizzy set. Oh, a little whip on the throw there.
Oh, really good awareness from Dr. Doom there to make sure that they got a full combo there on the Ice Floor. That was an Ice Floor specific combo.
Yeah,
so
that does show good awareness.
Yeah, you have to burst that hit. If you get hit by that and Dizzy has meter, you instantly lose. But I think you're gonna instantly lose right here. The 6H coming through now, one more hit. Now Max does have burst, but won't be able to spend it with the DP follow-up, swatting them out of the air.
I love Dr. Doom's spacing awareness. We see them kind of playing at a different range than they were versus Octon Umi or Luna earlier. Again, I like seeing the adaptation, how they're changing their game plan from matchup to matchup. And even just like sort of like the almost mid-screen corner pressure being applied with Nago. It's very nice to see.
Absolutely. I mean, we've been seeing some like matchup specific stuff too. It's very rare that somebody knows the Dizzy matchup, but Dr. Doom might be a knower.
I think they might be a knower. Yeah.
And that's the scariest thing to hear when you're playing Dizzy. Oh man, great whiff punish coming through. And look at this, already 50% of your life gone, 60%. Look at this chip damage. But the Micro Sword will give Max a chance, but a great backdash will get you out of that blue Wild Assault. Dr. Doom is playing amazing right now.
Yeah, just FD for dear life. Just throw, and a good check on the jumping right there, but gonna lose out on the next one. But Dr. Doom bursting out, just want to close out this round as that blood meter is very quickly filling.
Yup, will Max recognize it? Absolutely. Oh, there it is. And a simple little combo will get the kill. Taken around here.
Yeah, I've had a couple of times where I haven't noticed Nago's meter is filling up until they block like that. But again, both really good awareness from both these players. Just evaluating how much you can spend on that Nago offense right there.
Yup, and now gonna regen all of that blood, forcing the burst out of Max. Maybe a little bit of an overzealous burst, because you might not get the chance to make this comeback, especially when you're in the corner versus Nago here.
Yeah.
Look at all of this.
On top of a round, I gotta say, Max seems really confident in these bursts, but this one isn't gonna pay off quite like we saw from earlier.
Yeah, tried for the hero burst, but wasn't feeling very heroic today. I like the choice. Great little jump though. And now trying to catch Dr. Doom doing something here. The chestnut going to get a really important hit here. And look at that blood meter, right? Doom can't use basically any of their special moves. So Max does have full advantage here, needs to make something of it. Nice catch on the backdash. And now, here's that narwhal pressure. The wire she's going to come through.
Yeah. Let's see. And just try to make something happen. A big hit is gonna come through. Dr. Doom still trying to find a way in, but this big counter is gonna find gonna hit nonetheless. Oh, and a big whip on the bike.
Yup, goes for the cross up too. Dr. Doom does end up blocking it, but now you have to deal with this chestnut pressure. Ice Spike will do it. Really nice catch.
Yeah.
That's the type of stuff, like, when you have experience with Dizzy, you know when people want to press on your fish and you catch them with the Ice Spike. That shows a great deal of experience from Max there. Really good stuff.
I gotta give it to her. Like, you're noticing, again, you get the Dizzy awareness, but noticing Max when she's ready to swap from kind of like going all in, ready to find her opportunity, doing all those setups, getting the wings of light set up, and also just like being aware of the health, being ready to like just kind of step back and realize when you have the advantage, when your opponent has to play into you, again, being aware of Nago's options at that meter, being aware that he's gonna have to essentially find a bite in order to make anything else happen, and we saw just that.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you have to play. It doesn't matter what the character, but especially when you're playing the zoner, right? When you see that blood high, that's your time to play the game, right? Set up whatever you need to. And Max was ready. Now we're tied up going into this third game. Either player could take this, but a Beyblade's going to start it off. It looks like Dr. Doom's going to take the advantage here.
We are going to burst out of this. Max looking for her foot. She's going to quite find it.
Ooh, look at that conversion. Okay, Doom.
Yeah.
I see you. The 6H will finish it as well. That was an amazingly fast round.
I have been marveling at some of Dr. Doom's conversions here.
Yeah, they've been super on point, but a nice back throw coming through. And, you know, I like the restraint from Max here, you know, choosing not to go for any crazy setups, but might end up costing you, especially now that your back's to the corner.
Yeah. Again, Dr. Doom, great job at not wasting any space. Really good at using knockback, just getting you into corner with Nago. So they can run the pressure sequence. Quick side swap real fast.
Yep, and that 5H will get the kill. Dr. Doom taking a really quick game 3. Taking the lead here and looking pretty dominant while doing it.
Yeah. Again, Dr. Doom, we see it. There's a player that can kind of just like resurge and just take a game like from beneath your eyes. Like I almost didn't even realize that round was about to be over.
Yeah, I mean, that's how Nago gets you, right? You blink and you miss it. Your health bar is now like 1% and you're about to get chipped by a 6H. Like, it's tough. It sneaks up on you.
Yeah. But, of course, we've seen some really good stuff from Max as well. Really good awareness. Just, again, trying to play out what we can, waiting for Nago to build up their blood. And then just find that opportunity. Like, I can see Max thinking, looking for these big openings, seeing, like, weighing these sort of advantage states. And hopefully that, you know, we'll see what she can do to find one in this game. Otherwise, you know, Dr. Doom, again, once again, might spell your doom. A good fight can start off the first round.
Yup. Great burst from Max there, you know. Now Dr. Doom must deal with quite a bit of blood here. Oh, but a great Fukyo back to catch that 5K. And another Fukyo back is going to catch you again. Not enough to kill, but the chip will definitely do it. 5H giving Doom a set point opportunity here.
Yeah, and I believe a 5H that wouldn't have otherwise hit without that blood build right there. Very good awareness of character space.
Yup, this is the sign of a true Nago master, I think. Somebody who's been spending a lot of time with this character.
We have FD'd all the way out of Eater, set up the wings of light, gonna see what we can do. Oh, what a good fight. This might be exactly what we're looking for.
A nice choice there, going to go for same side.
Oh, this is huge. Oh, I don't even play Dizzy, but I get a dopamine hit whenever I see a Rings of Light pop.
You don't even know how much it hits for the Dizzy players. Best feeling on the planet. But one of the worst feelings, getting bit by Nago. Oh man, there's another bite.
Oh. And just how do you even deal with that offense? Just thrown out completely unexpected. Really good awareness, really good read from Dr. Doom right there. Potentially looking at a perfect round, but not quite. Gonna burst on the counter hit just to try to close this one out.
You needed the burst there. But Max needs to find her way out of this corner, and it's going to be so tough. Oh, the trade. Your health is so low here, and the JH will do it. Doom is going to be taking this 3-1.
Yeah, and I was really, again, we've seen Dr. Doom play twice now today. Loving what I'm seeing. Again, it was really fun to see how they went from playing the Ram matchup to how they played the Nago matchup, even just like relying on those jump-ins a little bit more. Like, again, that I didn't realize how nice Nago JH was as his jump-in. But
Yup, it hits really deep.
Getting really a lot of mileage out of that. So we're going to see our students take the stand here. Skiff, we've had the honor of seeing before. and Wawelian or Huawei. I just call Wawelian Huawei sometimes. But yeah, they're going to take the stand here. I'm interested to see, once again, how the student side is going to play out. Because sometimes, again, we've already seen it once. It could be a different story altogether.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm always very interested to see newer Dizzy players. Because this character, I feel like Arxis didn't know what they were doing when they made this character. Not in a bad way, but like they didn't like set her in a specific direction. They were like, she's kind of a set play character. She's kind of a zoner. She's kind of a pressure character.
Yeah.
So I think when you look at the newer Dizzy players, they usually pick one of those things to be. I'm a zoner. I'm a set play character. I'm a pressure character. And it's always really fun for me to see like which of the play styles they choose to go with.
Yeah. I always love the archetypes. Some characters can be a little bit one-dimensional, but I always love to see characters that have the tools to reward really good skill expression and like playstyle defining.
Okay, yeah, but we're jumping into it. Wawelian? How do you say this name?
I believe it is Wawelian. I believe you could say Huawei.
I'm going Huawei. We're in this. Okay. Skip getting the
Wawelian?
start here. Huge counter coming through, but no conversion. But that 2H is going to find the hit.
And again, we see like mentor, like student. Oh wow, yeah. So, Skiff just playing at a really good spacing, making the most of that corner pressure. While we gonna find their way out and start being able to apply some pressure to the zone with some fish, ice and fish setup.
Yeah, but look at these pillars coming through. Skip doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And that's what I was talking about. The Beyblade just shoots you across the screen on that ice floor, but while I was ready for it. But Skip, you know, ready for that nice 6H kill.
I have to give it to Skiff. Their anti-airs are really nice, really conscious when their opponent, their feet like leave the ground.
Yup. And here's that wing like goes for the side switch. That's the same setup that Mac was using.
I know. I was just about to point that out. We see a little. I love when we get to see a little bit of the mentor in the student, and what a pop that was! Completely just solidifying Huawei's grasp on this round.
Oh, yup.
Whiff on the bite from the ice floor, I believe.
Stop me from getting that bite. And now you're caught by the overhead, but another bite whiffs. And Huawei was ready for the punish. We're tied up in this first game.
Both players waiting for a second, getting a big trade on the round start, and now we're frozen. Here we go. This is the situation that Dizzy's looking for here.
Yup. Her corner pressure is so terrifying sometimes. And we're seeing why right now, right? Skiff can't jump right now because there's a fish right above their head.
Yeah, and Huawei again just noting that they have the advantage that Skiff has to play into them, playing more safe, playing more patiently, and this is where we're seeing a bit more of that zoner Dizzy that you're talking about.
Yup, really good awareness, and the Michael Sword will do it. Huawei taking the first game.
Yeah, super nicely played. And again, I loved seeing the Dizzy setup, really expertly done. For a second, I forgot I was watching the student. I'm like, oh, that was just Max again. You know?
Yeah, there was such good stuff there. The fish set on the ice floor knockdown and then going for the throw, like that's stuff that I do, you know. Yeah. So it was so dope to see. I was literally pointing at my screen like the Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, the DiCaprio gif snapping at the camera.
Yup, I was like, that's me.
Wow, we're just like me for real.
Exactly. But let's see if they can, you know, take this set. Nice H Michael Sword coming out.
So I see Skiff opting for more patient round starts, maybe not knowing exactly how to begin their pressure against Dizzy. Whereas again, we saw Dr. Doom kind of just coming out swinging. Skiff a little more patient and find themselves suffering a bit of that Dizzy corner pressure.
Yup, and these ice fish are putting in so much work, but a backdoor is going to give Skiff a really good chance here. Especially with how strong Nago's corner pressure is, but won't get a chance to use it. The blue wild assault into that nice H Michael Sword will get the kill. Good stuff to Huawei.
Yeah, Skiff really good on the back throws. Wasn't able to capitalize off of this one. And here we are just at full speed. See the zoner Dizzy and find that opportunity to jump in and apply that pressure.
Yeah, Huawei's just comfortable, like, sitting back, you know, letting those ice spikes fly. And Skiff not quite sure how to deal with them yet. And it makes sense, Nago not the best equipped to deal with that situation.
And, Huawei been in a lot of beginner brackets, no stranger to top 8s in them either. Very skilled Disney, and it's been good to... I've never had the pleasure of actually competing against Huawei despite being in many of their brackets. However, I have had the pleasure of seeing him in top 8s a lot, and this is a player I'm looking at has come a long way and has really dialed in their offense.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell, right? The zoning, the offense, everything has just been so on point right now. Look at these fish just coming out, chilling. Oh, and catches the back dash with the ice spike. 8th Microsoft will get the kill. Huawei up 2-0 right now.
Yeah, and really just noting that it doesn't seem like Skiff has the answers for some of this this full screen, again, the sort of zoner dizzy playstyle you were talking about. So I think it's really just kind of leaning into it and might even just, again, rely on it to close out what might potentially be the last round.
For sure. I mean, it is really tough. I think especially when you're newer to the game, you have to play the game so differently versus Dizzy. You have to be so on point with your dash blocks, all that stuff. And it's tough, especially when you're thinking about, you know, how do I play my character? You're not thinking about how do I fight Dizzy Guilty Gear, you know?
So let's see what an adaptation Skip is going to make here. It looks like we're going to start with more aggressive ground start as a Williams put the in the corner, dealing with that Nago strike, Nago bite.
Man, but, you know, Skip getting to start here, making something happen. This could be the chance.
Diving the jump right there, still getting caught. That ice spike is just so active.
Yup, it's active for, I think, over a second.
Yeah.
And now, here we go. It's time to set up the fish, have a good time. This time, Huawei choosing to approach, though.
Yeah, and I gotta admit, Huawei, despite having lost over half health at this point, still, like, sitting on top of the first, being, again, very patient, looking for that opportunity to get the most out of their Dizzy offense. Here's the blood pop, and eventually we're just gonna close out the round. Really good patience from Huawei, and it's actually gonna go into this, potentially, well, the set point with their burst.
Yup, just need to find one good hit, and look at that, the 2S. Now, going to go for the side switch. Skiff not quite ready for it. Blocked it the first time, but not this time. Now it's time for the blender. Look at that fish just chilling up there. It means that Skiff cannot jump no matter what.
In that situation that Skiff just showed that they've struggled with a bit. Huawei, again, just leading into their strengths.
Oh my god, just tossing out the chestnuts. Not trying to deal with any of this. Oh, the Beyblade doesn't quite make it all the way.
Oh, it was a good call. Here we go. Got a little bit of offense going. Spending some blood, but it's not gonna matter. Michael Sword closed us out.
Yeah, that was a great punish on the overhead. Huawei was dialed in there, ready for whatever Skip was going to try. And even more ready for the punish.
Yeah. Very nicely played. And again, I think we saw it again from the student and the mentor. You know, and maybe even it's just a character-specific thing. You could correct me, but it's just like these Dizzy players really making the most evaluating like when their opponent's at their weakest and when they have their opportunity to go in and just really just do, you know, apply their Dizzy pressure again, either being the zoner Dizzy or just being like finding that moment to go in and do all those crazy cross-up setups with the fish and the jump, like the jump overs and, you know, the wings of light.
Yeah, I mean it's really tough to deal with. Like, all of those setups, the fun thing about Dizzy, I think, is that all of her setups have flaws that you can exploit as the defender. But she has so many of them that you can't know, like, which one she's going to pull out. And you don't know which choice to do. And it makes it so fun to see, you know, what people choose. Good stuff to Huawei. That was some great Dizzy play. Not the type of play I really expected to see jumping into this. I was like, you know, when I think to myself, oh, beginner Dizzy, I have an image in my mind. That was not it. Huawei played amazing. But,
so we're looking at our score here. Let's see. So it looks like our Team Ram in the lead with 20 points. Again, these games are still being played out. They're still being updated. But Team Dizzy, really strong showing currently with 18 points on the board.
Yeah, they are cooking right now. But also, you know, that Ram team cooking as well with 20 points.
Yeah, I gotta say, and we've seen it. The Ram team absolutely feral, really good on their offense. But yeah, our student side is still playing, so things, you know, again, things are still updating as we speak. But yeah, that is what our scoreboard's looking like. And I gotta say, I am really impressed with what I've seen from everybody we've seen today so far.
Yeah, everyone's playing amazing. It's great to see. I'm so happy that this is the one that I ended up commentating because it's such a dope lineup of characters. I love Dizzy. I love seeing Nago. I love seeing Abba. I love seeing Lucy. Even Ram, I think. You know, a rarer character these days now that like SQ and Red Ditto don't play the game. Much rarer character.
What does Red Ditto do now? Actually, are they gone to 2SKO?
Yeah, they're both on 2XKO.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, but it has been a pleasure. Of course, Chip, just even before he was even in the internship, I've been watching your streams a long time, so it has been a pleasure commentating with you. So I'm glad I got to be in the booth for this one.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to commentate on my GOAT, Boomiey. And I get to watch some goated games. Couldn't ask for a better way to spend my Saturday.
Yeah, it's been nice. And again, it's just we've already talked about it, but I just derive so much joy from seeing the beginners play, seeing the players all like striving to there's that word, striving to improve. And it's just again, it's just like, even just watching Huawei, never compete against them. I never had the pleasure, but I've watched them at length, and it's just I can see where their sensei pixelated max, like their teachings are coming through. They looked really comfortable on the setups and on their offense.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's just it is just a blast getting to see these beginners play and improve, and again, people I've had the pleasure of competing against. See, give me 1 second here, and 1 second to check on something real quick because we played on round 3.
Yeah, it looks like we chilling for right now, but players will be hopping in eventually. But yeah, I mean, Ditto is still qualified for Arc World Tour finals. I think SQ is currently derusting in Strive as well to play in Frosties because she signed up for that event. It's going to be interesting. There's going to be a lot of players who have not really grinded Strive like that at Frosties. I'm excited. I'm going to be at Frosties.
Yeah. Oh, really? You're going to make it this time?
Yep, I'm very excited. That's my favorite event on the planet. Everyone should go to Frosties. If you have never been to Frosties, you should go once, especially if you're a Guilty Gear player. If you are a Guilty Gear player, you need to go to Frosties.
I hear Frosties is worth going to just for the water alone. I've heard tale that the water at Frosties is like some of the best people ever had.
You don't even know the half of it. Frosty Fausting's water is divine. I don't know what the fuck they do. I don't know where this water comes from. I don't know if they have like a mountain spring in the hotel that they take the water from. I don't get it. But it's crisp, it's cold, it's perfect. It is life-changing experience. Best event on the planet.
Have between sets.
It is the best event on the planet. There's no other event, okay, where you can be playing plus R at 3 a.m. with like 5 drunk people right next to you singing the Dragon Ball Z theme in multiple languages. It's so great. Life-changing experience, genuinely, because it's a 24-hour venue and they got karaoke going on all night and they have a bar on site. It's so great. It's so great.
Let's see. So got our mentors taking stand here. Let's see, and then I think this is our first time seeing Sin.
It should be, which is going to be interesting. Sin versus Ram, I think, is what it's going to be, and that's an interesting matchup. I mean, both these characters are, guard crush merchants.
Yeah, that's true.
They just be swinging. They be plus. But both these characters also suffered some nerfs this patch. I think Sin probably more so than Ram. Both these characters are not at their peak.
Yeah. And I know Sin was a character that saw last season a lot of play. Of course, like you mentioned, suffered some nerfs, but again, by no means are these characters like bad anymore. Like they're not bad at all. Like in the right hands, these are very potent characters, and we see that from these mentors.
Yeah. Oh, great counter coming out. Yeah, you're forced to burst. Both these players got the blue stink ore on me too. Just noticed.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Talk through the corner.
I frauded my way up to red aura once, but I gotta say blue aura looks the nicest. But speaking of looking nice, Luna with this wall break right here.
Yeah, looking amazing right there. Now one more hit. should make it happen. But, you know, Chaz does have meter to work with here. But these blocks from Luna just so on point. The RC, though, Chaz finally getting something started here. Probably hoping to at least get a burst out of Luna, but, you know.
Yep.
Being very conservative with it.
Spin our burst again. Really confident to close this one out. Luna not working with any meter, but he's gonna bait out a DP and close out that round. Really good patience.
Duel 2.
Yup.
Let's rock.
This is really, really tough. Especially now that you spent that burst. You're gonna get taken to the corner. And now, it's time for positive bonus. Ram has full burst as well. This is really, really tough if you're Chaz here. But definitely do have a chance.
Yeah.
Especially with a DP like that.
DP is coming out this time. Oh, another one come through. Oh, but of course, Luna just showing that absolutely ready to just use the reversal in those gaps in your pressure. Very aware of when their opponent is looking to just keep their pressure going. And another point for Team Ram.
Yeah, it's one of the scariest things in the game. Ram Morto Bato. I think it's the fastest the reversal can get. I think it's a 9-frame reversal. It also does 1 trillion damage, and goes super far. And yeah, Luna's been doing a great job using it.
Yeah. Both these characters almost do kind of have like a similar scenario of just like trying to get you in the corner and, you know, get like a full screen conversion of sword, get those sort of looping pods of those scenarios. Of course, Luna gotta find her way out of the corner with a well-placed back throw, getting Chad burst out.
Yeah, very unfortunate drop from Chaz, but, you know, the life lead is about even right now, so you can make something happen. You only have 1 bar stamina, and now you're pinned to the wall with the sword.
Nicely done. Luna is he actually take a big counter hit, and then talking about full screen conversions, here he is, entire way through the wall, pretty hard knockdown. Luna sitting on 100 meters still building, has a lot to work with. Something happen here. The health lead is even out. Players about to save on resources. Another wall break to send us right back to the same stage.
Yup, Chaz does have 100 meter to work with, but is going to get burst baited. Good stuff to Luna, taking the first round here. And yeah, both these characters are just, you know, taking you corner to corner, back and forth. Literally every combo, I think, has been a corner to corner combo.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a lot of looking back and forth. I gotta say, Luna very conscious, just almost like a mind reader with some of these reads on what Chaz wants to do. But good Elcon finding through. Corner pressure going.
Yeah, ooh, great 6P. Really good awareness. And now, you know, Daro RC, you got some stuff to work with, and the side switch coming through. I can't believe the awareness there.
Yeah, again. Masters of their respective maids, these people really just know every pixel of what their character can do.
Yep, and we're seeing it right now. That sword toss coming through, some guard crush, and now a throw. One more hit will do it, and baits the DP. Luna is in Chaz's head there, going up 2-0.
Yeah, she's in your mind, she's in your walls, she's everywhere. She just seems to know every move that's gonna come out even before it happens.
Absolutely, that was honestly amazing.
Yeah.
But this could be the last game here, you know. Since Luna is up 2-0, but Chaz does have a chance, can make this happen for sure.
Yeah, Luna again just really just put on the gas as far as pressure. Really very confident in Ram's abilities. But of course, Chaz coming through with a good DP to see if maybe some adaptations can be made.
God, look at Luna's defense. It literally has not got hit by any of the overheads. Has teched basically every throw. So aware of everything here. But now a back throw coming through from Chaz. Okay, we're getting something started.
Okay, and YRC back into the corner, really anxious to get this pressure going. Another really good tackle from Luna there, but that is making don't want to take a good backdash.
Yup. This probably won't go all the way to the corner. I'm a liar. Why did I doubt Ram will fall down?
This is Ram we're talking about.
My fault. And now life leads even. Positive bonus Ram you have to block here. Don't have any meter either, but you do have a deflect shield. Really good stuff. But you still have to keep guessing. There's no break.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, so potentially set point. Mentor side. Team Ram, Luna just trying to close this out. Chaz still got a moment to turn things around, make something happen, get that point on the board for their student.
No, that whiff DP could spell the end of this, but is about to build burst, going to spend it, and going to put Luna to the corner. This is actually really huge.
Yeah, and a really good burst in the corner, but Chad's gonna find himself in the corner, taking a DP punish, no less. Boy, this is looking dire.
Yeah, you have 50 meter, you have all of your bars of stamina, but you need to find a good way to spend it. The 6P, but no conversion. Here we go, though. This is what you need to see, right? You can spend on... Oh, but the burst is going to stop you from using the Tyrant Barrel.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, wait RCO to come back. We don't have any meter. We're FDing for dear life. We're taking Source in the face. Find ourselves to the wall. Hard knockdown. Positive bonus. We're at the point we're guessing for game.
Yup. You know, you have a chance, but all these overhead blocks. Look at this. Look at the defense on display right now.
Hellcock gonna find its way through. Gold bursting, and we kind of gotta make it happen. And I believe he calls out this round. Very nicely done.
Yeah, that was amazing. Locking in when it mattered the most. Now is hopefully trying to make your comeback here. But this is still set point for Luna here.
Yeah. Chaz, again, really gotta make it happen. Anticipating the throw, but instead, you know, it's gonna be a back throw. Throwing Luna again. We'd love to see throw loops. Tech in the third one. Oh,
nice DP. And it might be falling apart for Luna here, right? You know, able to block all the overheads before, but now getting caught.
And anticipating this one, I wanted a throw tech counter for this set.
Yep, throw tech, DP bait counter. Literally in Chaz's head here.
PRC air throw.
What an air throw!
Oh no. Seeing your demise play out in slow motion like that is always the worst.
Yo, that was nasty too, because Luna just stood there for like a second. Didn't even punish that as fast as they could have. Just like sat there for a second, let the time slow throw whiff happen, and then press bar slash.
Yeah, some people BRC, you know, for an advantage neutral, but everybody knows that you gotta BRC just to aura farm.
Sometimes you do just gotta aura farm on them. And, you know, gonna be taking that 3-0. Really good stuff to both players, though. It was very back and forth, especially in that final game, but Luna just a little bit ahead right now.
Okay, so it looks like we've got, so of course, students make the bulk of the points for their team, so we'll see if Hobo Dessert, I believe I'm pronouncing that right, can make up some of that deficit. Going to this one, interested to see how the students can play this one out.
Let's rock.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to be seeing some different stuff, I'm sure. That's a great start with that whiff punish.
And right away, we're seeing these overheads. Going through a bit more strike throw, coming out from Hobo, and a throw tech. It's going to be a whiff. And this is a bit of an ambitious burst because he's on a health deficit. Going to throw
the back throw could make it happen.
Oh no! Very nicely done.
A little leggy.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Oh, opting to jump on the round start.
Yep, and this is a huge combo. That's like 50% right there. Now, you know, you have to deal with full burst Sin and about to build a bar of meter. Has all the stamina to work with as well. Go ahead and spend that on the Tyrant Barrel. This won't be enough to kill, but one more touch will do it. Meki does have burst. Can spend that to get out of this pressure, but might not get the chance with the JS coming for their forehead.
Yeah, and right away, you know, this is what we talked about before, where it's just like the student side just is a different story a lot of the time. They're looking out for different things. They have different strengths and different weaknesses, and we see that right away with a really strong showing from our Sin student.
Yeah, really, really well played. Really great offense, really good conversions. It's looking like a completely different matchup, honestly.
Yeah, it is. So, of course, we still have that room for adaptation. So I'm interested to see what a Meki, who we know can make those adaptations, we know can play well. We've seen them before. What they can cook up with a Hobo Dessert pressure here.
For sure. I mean, Meki was playing so good earlier, and still is playing great right now. Just needs to find a chance, but a whiff throw is not that chance that you need.
Yeah, and I gotta say, Hobo doing a great job representing their strike throw, not always opting for throw, giving that room to make your opponent panic and get a quick throw punish.
2.
Yeah. Oh, what a nice catch again. Hobo is just so on point right now with these far slashes.
Yeah. Again, a complete narrative swap for what we saw on the Mentor side. Hobo looking really at home with the pressure here. Gonna burst.
Yeah, but Meki is starting to make something happen here. You know, life lead isn't too bad, but that's a really good hit for Hobo. Doesn't have any stamina to work with, but does have some meter to spend and make sure you get this combo. Yeah, burst coming out from Meki. I like the choice, especially because there was no burst bait possible.
And Meki finds a little bit of pressure and it's getting counter hit out of the corner here. Big sync corner, good back throw though.
Yeah, zero fear on the side of Meki here. Overhead coming through, but again, no stamina, no meter to get the conversion. But one more hit will do it. Hobo needs to find something, but that's a really good jump in. And now, you have one chance to guess. Both players do. And the sword explosion will get you. Meki taking a round.
Really good recognition from Meki, feeling that they were going to get the kill there, but instead opting to reset, getting a bit more of Hobo's burst out there with the RC shield, and then closing out the round nonetheless.
Yep, and now, you know, now we're seeing something that looked like the Mentor match, right? Meki taking full control with that corner pressure, with these conversions. Great JK as well.
Yeah. We saw it a bit. Oh, the charge just coming through. We do have to burst this.
Absolutely, but now Meki still has that 50 meter and doesn't even need to spend it. Going to get a perfect. Meki has locked in and the download is complete.
Yeah, and we saw it when Meki was fighting Skiff. This is a player who, like, despite, again, struggling to find other footing, having a hard time getting leverage in that first game, can still not let them hold that back, make that mental shift, get that download, and again, just swap the narrative from being something of getting, you know, dominated essentially to dominating.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the fun part, you know, about first to 3 sets, where you have time to download, to analyze your opponent and make these adaptations. And Meki's showing it off right now.
Again, so Hobo gonna try to establish some space in the ditch real quick. Gonna get a quick jump over, putting Meki in the corner. That's right where Hobo wants to have you. Representing some more of that strike throw.
Yep, oh, but right back throw. Yeah, that's so tough with the DP, yeah. Hobo doesn't want any of that, but Meki doesn't want any of that DP. Now you get sent through the corner. This is gonna do so much damage. Mortobato probably, no, doesn't get the super, but has meter to spend post wall break here. Can spend on whatever they want.
So we have 100 meter of course, and it's still building from the positive bonus. Oh, but he's got a bit on that resource. We find ourselves being broken right back through the corner. And both these characters just so back and forth with their conversions.
Yep. Oh, the JPs! That's amazing. Doesn't decide to go for anything fancy there. Just JP, 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 and it works out. Hobo taking the momentum back.
And again, good recognition of what combos do and do not work during the little time slow.
Yeah, it was amazing. But that wind chill wiper is going to do so much damage. DP coming out, though. Hobo is not afraid at all, but is afraid that sword toss is going to burst immediately.
Again, Hobo still sitting on top of 100 meter, but Meki slowly eating up that health feed as they're whittling you down in the corner. Oh, and we've seen it before. It's just YRC's Ram can apply pressure from so far. It's not always the best tool into her.
Yeah, she can apply it from so far and so disjointed. Going to get the kill there, tying this up in our third game.
Jumping right over, little side swap starts off, and a counter hit from Meki. Slowly gonna work Turbo into that corner.
Yep, this is really, really tough, but the charge dust gets blocked. Hobo is ready for it this time. Now that YRC from Meki, though, doesn't want to deal with any of this pressure, but unfortunate throw whiff, actually. Now we're back in neutral. Both players at similar resources. Hobo's close to building that burst, though. Needs to build some more time just to get that burst back.
You see Hobo trying to get that hit in, playing really defensively. Here it is, they've got it going. Let's see if they can keep it going. Yep, Meki, again, with a read on the throw, is going to force Hobo to burst out of corner here. Third time we've seen this sort of side swap from the jump over.
Yeah, this won't be enough to kill, but one more hit will do it. From both sides, honestly, a good hit from Meki. But a throw whiff, and Hobo's going to take full advantage and get a throw of their own. Taking the lead in this set.
Yeah, really scrambly there, but again, really good job on Hobo just getting it back together, waiting, you know, despite the showing of that previous game, or the the game before that, where it really looked Meki favored. Hobo just pulling together, waiting for the right opportunities in neutral, getting Meki into the corner, finding those opportunities to run the strike throw, and is working out.
Absolutely. This has been such a back and forth set so far. I feel like any of these games can go either way, depending on who gets the momentum first. It's been amazing to watch, but a great forward slash is going to give Meki the momentum for this round.
Again, Meki, not going deadly. It's that good night, still trying to get these points. And again, Team Ram, really prominent showing today, and we see exactly why. I gotta say, Hobo really on it with the strike throw.
Yeah, both these players, their strike throw offense has been so on point.
Oh, good defense. But this throw is, of course, going to find its way through.
Oh, the anti-air S sword. I've never seen that before in my life, but it works out.
Oh, and another burst. Both these players just feel so confident in their ability to turn around the round, not wanting to give anything up.
Nice YRC doesn't want to deal with that overhead pressure. Now, both players, neither has burst, but Hobo does have meter, can spend that on whatever mix they choose to do here. But the 2D comes out from Meki, not afraid at all. But maybe they should have been. The beak driver is going to spell their doom.
Yeah, and Meki was really just fighting to regain their composure once again in neutral, establish their main Ram mid-screen pressure. But Hobo, once again, just persevering and coming out on top. A whiff on the DP, though.
Yep, good conversion from Meki. And Meki needs to make something happen here, because Hobo is now 1 round away from taking the set for Team Sin.
Oh, another GP comes right out, not feeling deterred in the slightest. Meki gonna YRC, get Hobo back in the corner.
Yep, neither player, they're trying their best to deal with the pressure right now.
And there it is, a throw to close out the round.
Yup, Meki needs to win this round right here if they want to keep going on in this set.
But Hobo, of course,
has the set point. What a good far slash.
Hitting the front of the corner. This is looking for characters exactly if you don't want to be in. Both these characters have such a similar game plan, and Meki carrying yours out right now. A low throw whiff, but the explosion going to cover that nonetheless.
Great throw. This strike throw has been so on point. Now you're tossed through the wall. Hobo, one more guess left, does have burst, but won't get to spend it, decides to not burst, and Meki is going to tie this set up. We're going to a game 5.
Yeah. I was not familiar with either of these players' game before this, but I'd say I'm seriously impressed. Again, seeing Meki twice now, just somebody who, once again, can, have a little bit of a fumble, can have a bad round or even a bad game, and still turn around and just bring it back into, something you almost forget that they were losing, a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, I mean, that's the sign of a good competitor, right? Is even if you take an L, you just keep your composure and you make the adaptations you need in the next round. And Meki is doing just that, getting that burst out immediately from Hobo. And this is a far cry from what we were seeing in that first game.
And another offensive burst, not wanting to lose that corner in the slightest. Gonna send out both of the swords. Good tech from Hobo right there. Gonna find their way out of the corner with a big full screen sort of conversion from Sin. Gonna get 6P though. Can't continue our pressure.
Ooh, nice JS though. And this should be enough to kill if you get a good conversion here. If you take Sin all the way to the corner. Oh, unfortunate drop, but you still have such an advantage here. But now you're all the way to the other corner in one combo.
Yeah, it's just so back and forth with these characters. Oh
no, unfortunate drop.
Followed up. Ah.
What a JK.
Yeah, and in addition as well, so he has a good jump back JK there, but of course, as a result, you can find yourself with a little bit going into the round with a little bit less resource because we would have burst now.
Yup. A great 6P as well, catching Hobo's jumping attempt, and now Meki is 1 round away from winning this.
Yeah, and what a momentum shift. I'll be honest, especially, if you asked me what I was thinking how this was gonna turn out based off that first game, I might have been wrong. I could have never seen this coming.
For sure, but Hobo still does have a chance. Needs to make something happen, and a block Rotobato, that's maybe something. Now Meki's wasted all of their meter, but the JS is going to find purchase here, and the 2K is going to get the hit that you need. No, actually, not enough to kill, and there's a DP coming through. The burst from Meki wants to keep this pressure so bad. But the 2K.
A little 2K to seal the deal. seriously impressive. And you know, we saw Team Ram with all those points on the board earlier, and we see exactly why. Luna and Meki fan just amazing offense, amazing adaptability, and good defense as well. I'm really marveling at what they've been pulling off.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that that Luna's been doing a great job teaching Meki some of this pressure, some of this neutral, because there are definitely some real parallels here between their play. It's amazing to see.
Yeah, and that is one of my favorite things to see is again just like the like students like a mentor, what these students are picking up from their mentors, and I can you know, even perhaps Meki most of all is really just seeming to play like a little Luna.
Yeah.
Here it is. This was the score that I was looking for. So yeah, once again, I think some of these might still be being updated as we speak. But Team Ram in the lead with 29 points, followed closely behind. Oh yeah, just got an update from Team Dizzy. Okay, I was about to say Team Sin with 21, but yeah, Team Dizzy 24 coming in at second place right now, followed by another update. By Team Haba in third and 22nd. But let me before I speak further, let me see if there are any further updates on the scores. But yeah, these has been some really crazy games, and I'll be honest, no bias, not expecting any wins, but if you had I might not have predicted just which of these players would be coming out on top today, but let me see.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really close race, especially for that second place. I think, the Ram team seems like they're pretty squarely ahead. But that second place is tough.
Okay. Yeah, and there we go. Another update. So it's still being updated. Okay. All right. So cool. Spoke too soon. But yeah. Ram, Sin, and Dizzy, it looks like. But it's as the scores are still we're still being finalized as the board went up. And so, and if you're not aware, how it does work is, of course, the teams in first and second place do end up going to Grands. To compete, the mentors compete, and then the students compete to see who which team is going to end up winning. So let me double check one more thing.
Yeah, I think next up is going to be Dizzy versus Sin, which is a matchup I used to really hate, but it's a lot better now.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay, and so I have a correction. Yeah, okay, so actually, I take it back. We're doing something a little different today for the grand finals. It's actually just, it looks like it'll just be the students competing in grands. And then the team with the most points going in the grands will be considered sort of winner side. And the team in second place is going to have to get a reset for, from the effective loser side. Gotcha. It's, we have a different system, so we're always changing things.
Yeah, always trying to see what the best format is. There aren't too many events like this, so
no,
it's
it
not
definitely
like you have someone else to copy off of. You gotta innovate yourself.
Yeah, the ANC is kind of pioneering a sort of genre of bracket, and it is one of those things where it has evolved a lot over the months, and it is kind of a one of a kind thing. You don't get to see there really isn't another event like this, so and I think that's part of what makes it so fun is that it is so unique.
Yeah, I mean, if it interests you, you want to be part of a community like this, hop on in, join an event.
So,
chill with the amazing people that are here.
Yeah, and
of course, so many cool people who are really helpful, really cool. It's definitely worth it.
And it was mentioned, and of course, if you're watching and if you're in the server to the 59 of you watching, come on by and see. And if you don't want to be a student or can't be a student, if you don't want to be a mentor, we have a popping, matchmaking chat. We typically host a beginner bracket every other Saturday. We're doing something a little different this Saturday, which I'll get into a little bit later. But of course, good community, people always like learning, improving. Even if you don't get picked the internship, find somebody to hang out with, find somebody to pick up some tricks from. It's really good stuff. So we're going into our Daisy Sin little mother-son matchup. What are we looking at, Shim? You spoke a little bit about this matchup before. What does Dizzy got to do to make this work out in her favor?
She presses 5H.
Okay.
That's the matchup. She presses 5H into S, and she wins. If she does it, and Sin whiff punishes, she loses. That's the matchup. That's the whole matchup. But, sometimes you get that 5H, and Sin dies. Because, 5H is a ridiculous starter. That's how the matchup looks. We'll see how it ends up playing out in game. But this matchup is definitely a lot closer to even now. I think it might be even. These two characters are pretty closely matched, and it makes sense for the family, you know, battle. But a nice jump in coming through, really good stuff from Chaz there.
Yeah. And again, Chaz does have really good offense, but Max has shown that she can really deal with offense. Like, she's a very patient player who can look for that opening to get her set up.
Yup. Here we go, though. The pressure starting. Really good blocks, though. But the throw coming through, you can't block that. And now Max is going to be struggling to get out of this corner.
They're coming through. Here comes the setup. We see this health lead, and we can't do Wings of Light. This is something that... Oh, and there it is. I was hoping to see that health lead.
Certainly something.
Oh, there's another Ice Spike coming through. Another Wings of Light setup.
Oh, nice 5D! And this comeback is going to be happening. This should be enough to kill. The second Michael Sword will definitely do it. Max taking a round that probably should not have been hers, but an amazing comeback.
We've seen her play before, but she still finds a way to surprise me. Oh, a throw and a whip on the DP. Trying to go for a little bit of burst bait there, looks like. Chaz sitting on top of that burst, being patient up until now. Gonna try to come in, you know, close out some of this health lead. Only working with, the last little bit of the match, I believe, is gonna be it. Not quite.
No, doesn't get the wall break that you wanted there. And now, you know, getting hit by that overhead. Chaz does have a chance, can make something happen here, but the 2D from Max is going to get the kill.
Yeah, and I think we see it, Max spending kind of that first round to suss out, get a feel for how Chaz is playing, and then it seems like going to that second round had a very strong idea of how they were going to run their offensive game plan.
Yeah, I mean, that first round was so squarely in Chaz's favor. It's insane to me that Max was able to just take that back so dominantly.
Yeah. And I know I mentioned it before, but it's just like we've seen her do that. You know, she's a player who can, like, they do a hero burst, but then you start thinking, like, wait, not just like, oh, that was a hero burst, like, what are they cooking? You know, because
maybe she is the hero. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, look at the trade on that anti-air. You get a full combo as well. Max gonna choose to set up, you know, the zoning instead. And I like that choice versus Sin. I think Sin is a little bit weak to Dizzy zoning. And we're seeing it right now. Now that Wings of Light about to pop and the throw will get the kill. We love to see it.
Very nicely done. Having that Wings of Light just applies that sort of mental, like, pressure that you gotta make something happen. You saw Chaz trying to jump in. Max knows that she just keeps throwing things out.
Yup. And now, yeah, Chaz needs to make something happen, getting caught by that 2S as well. But a good DP.
And it wasn't quite something that we got to see in the matchup versus Dr. Doom, but maybe Sin not exactly having those answers, like you said, to jump in on Dizzy pressure, to deal with that Wings of Light pressure. The pixelated Max, again, setting that stage and making Chaz play right to their hands. A wall break isn't going to quite kill Chaz. Make something crazy happen here, but it's going to get anti-air 6P, I believe.
Yeah, what a 6P. You know, one of the things that's really important about fighting Dizzy is the fact that, you know, one of her biggest weaknesses is that her 6P is horrendous. It's the worst 6P in the game, like, by far. But Sin's jump-ins are pretty dog shit, too. So he can't really take advantage of that weakness. He's a very grounded character. And even though his JS was buffed a little bit to be a slightly better jump-in, it's still not great for those jump-ins. So even a 6P like Dizzy's can handle that. And we just saw it right there. It gave Max the round, and it gave Max, you know, one game away from winning the set.
Yeah. And again, really strong showing from both players. I have been very impressed with Max's for defense, but Chaz really has some creative offense and using his RTL to get in, and what Max has done. And right away, Max is once again on the back foot, thinking maybe Chaz haven't got the download with the information they needed to potentially get a point on the board.
Yeah, you know, Chaz locked in right there, was just like, hey, wait a damn second, I know this matchup. And it's looking great. What a good forward slash as well. I think the biggest change here is less Elk Hunt. I think Elk Hunt is a really good tool in this match. As I say that, Elk Hunt comes out.
Yeah.
But it is an amazing tool in this matchup, but you have to use it sparingly. Because you could get caught out by that 2S, by that 5H, by that 2D.
And I see Chaz is pressing these buttons to be more wise about their buttons being neutral. Whereas Pixelate Max, even at a health deficit, isn't quite out. It's gonna find a way to get that wall break.
Yeah, and you get that Wings of Light post wall break, but not for long. The Far Slash will stop it. This won't be enough to kill though. Tries the burst bait.
Oh, and a good deflection right there. It's gonna jump in. It's not quite gonna work out. Can we kill off of this? Not quite. In the dizzy setup. That's gonna be enough.
It will, and again, another case of Max hero bursting, but she might be the hero. She might be the chosen one.
You see Max hero burst, and again, it's not like, oh, what a hero burst. You go, oh no, what are they planning?
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh,
what a burst
one
bait.
coming through. Wild Assault, I believe. Is this gonna be a wall break conversion? It is.
It will be. No, it's going to be a wall slump setup. That's what we like to see. The YRC coming through. They're going to stop that in its tracks. Now this should be enough to kill. H. Michael Sword definitely does it. Pixelated Max taking that 3-0.
Yeah, such a thoughtful and decisive player. Somebody who you can see at every step of the round is thinking about not only what their opponent is doing, but what they can do in response. That's the type of player, like when you see him, it gets in your head. It gets in your head.
For sure. That was amazingly played. And we saw, almost the comeback from Chaz there, but the hero burst from Max was just so on point.
Yeah, and it sealed the deal. But yeah, a really good resurgence from Chaz we saw. But again, and we saw it again even in the last set. Hobo, the student side doesn't quite play out like the mentor side, and Hobo has some tricks of their own to make some things happen. So again, we'll see if they're taking notes and seeing if they, if they can make this one turn out in their favor. Because again, students, this is where all the points are.
Yup. And now there's the dizzy pressure. There's that throw. It catches everyone the first time, even the second time. Nice little 2K2B, and this is such a huge lead for Huawei here.
Yeah. And then there's that Wings of Light just saying like, all right, you gotta come over on the screen, gotta make something happen. You saw a great first bait though.
Oh, but that's a really good far slash. Huawei does have burst here, but probably won't have to spend it just yet. But now you're getting thrown. This could be tough. You do have 50 meter though. You can spend it on whatever you want here. Popping the overhead. Hobo, this won't be enough to kill, I don't think, because Dizzy has guts. Oh.
That's hard.
Sometimes reversal close slash, you just gotta do it. You gotta do it to them.
Yeah.
I think my co-commentator would know something about that.
That is true. That is true. Back from the days when I didn't even know what the word BD went, the reversal close slash was a favorite of mine.
Yeah. Here we go. Nice pressure coming out. The whiff from Hobo. No punish though. That button is so tough to whiff punish.
And again, I'm admiring the patience from both of our Disney players today. Huawei just been sitting on top of their burst this entire time, seemingly just confident in their abilities to play out the round. Gonna find themselves in the corner, nonetheless. And trying to find some pressure. It's once again just that opening to make something happen. Get bounced off the ice floor. Gonna need to burst that.
Nice PRC to make sure you don't get caught, and the 5H frame trap will get it for Huawei there. Great stuff, and no need to even spend that burst.
Yeah. Yes, sitting on burst for the whole round. I didn't even notice that. Just the PR, we were talking about the BRC aura farming, but is the no bursting an aura farm of its own as well?
Yeah, I mean, very different from their mentor, right? Max was just like, I'm gonna hero burst every single round, and I'm gonna make this work. Huawei's just like, I'm not going to burst. Good luck.
Yeah.
I got this shit. I don't need to be a hero.
Good round start. Hobo bursting it out. Wanting to scramble for that pressure back. Doesn't quite work out. Huawei's a good easy setup. And again, just doing a little bit more of that zoning action. Keep trying to keep Hobo at full screen. And the health is slowly going down. And you can use a throw to seal the deal.
Yes, 6H. And a perfect coming through. Huawei sending a message right now. In full control of the set.
And we've seen Hobo. We know they can make these adjustments. We saw them when they were facing Becky. A good 6P is going to find Wally
so far.
corner.
And now you have a chance here if you're Hobo. You need to make this happen. Great counter on the JD, though. Very rare move to see, but it's going to lead into that Tyrant Barrel.
Yeah.
Wall break situation. Both players have burst as well. Will Huawei spend it?
Yeah. Oh, there's that jumping again. Hitting up sort of counter hit trade. Huawei fighting to get that pressure back, completely undeterred. Going into the Wii ball mentality. Oh, and getting the burst out, but why are seeing in return?
Oh, that's so unfortunate. Definitely not what they wanted. You still do have a chance here. No, not in the face of this charge. Dust. Wait, no unfortunate drop. But the outcome will do it.
Yeah. Just a simple reset. Simple reset.
Yeah. To show dominance,
And again, we see Huawei, once again, is content just to zone you at full screen if you don't have the answers for it. But again, does seem to be comfortable in corner, not really breaking a sweat at the pressure. I admire the confidence from both of these players.
Yeah, and I gotta say, Hobo's doing an amazing job dealing with the Ice Spike. Hasn't been caught by basically any of them. Yeah. Like, I feel like most players, even experienced players, get caught by Ice Spike randomly and just die.
Yeah, absolutely.
But not Hobo. Oh, but isn't he get caught by that Imperial Ray? This is definitely enough to kill. Huawei taking this game.
I believe that's the first one we've seen of the afternoon, actually.
Yup. If it were me up there, you would have seen like 50.
I don't doubt that for a second. What's the name of Dizzy's other overdrive, the cutscene?
It's called Gamma Ray. She has Imperial Ray and Gamma Ray.
Okay. I'm interested to see if we'll get to see Gamma Ray today then.
I hope so. That super is so fun. I love... Maybe I'm a bad person, but like, every time I use it and I'm in like call with my opponent, I'm just like, yo, check out this sick-ass cutscene.
No, I've been hit by it a few times and you'd be like, I'm sorry.
Man, we got the conversion here. Nice burst coming out from Huawei. And finally, Hobo getting caught by an Ice Spike. Maybe a little bit antsy trying to make this comeback happen. Because they need it to happen right now.
Yeah. Again, Hobo just playing very patiently, very quickly, trying to make their way across the screen. Got into the corner. Looking, they don't have the burst. There it is. There's that strike throw that we've known from Hobo.
Yeah, and I mean, they're playing amazing right now. Nice catch with that 6-8, but a DP bait and a burst bait as well.
And again, I feel like part of that is psychological, right? Because you see the wings of light and you see that big hit and you're like, oh no, I cannot get hit by the... And, Huawei's ready for it.
Yeah, it's the best part about playing Dizzy. The moment those wings come up, people start panicking. But, Hobo right now showing no signs of that panic. Cool as a cucumber trying to get this pressure going, but an unfortunate DP is going to come out here.
Again, caught pressure Huawei is just going to keep applying pressure with those fish. Going to get hit with some light. And a quick momentum shift for Hobo. And just, man, I blinked and we are already on the other side of the screen.
Yup, that's the Sin power. But the Imperial Ray coming through this won't be enough to kill. But put your full screen, and especially with Sin with that much meter, it's going to be tough. Oh no, the Red Lightning coming through, but it's going to whip. The Fish is going to catch as well. Now both players are one touch away, but the Micro Sword will do it.
Oh, the fish teeth, the defensive fish. I've been hit out of my combos and my setups more times than I care to admit by that fish.
Yup. It's a lot better. Like, sometimes it's terrible, but sometimes it's the GOAT. And right there, certainly the GOAT. Huawei, really impressive showing there. I mean, this entire tournament, from all the sets that we've seen, Huawei has just been super on point.
Yeah. Again, I've watched this player a lot before. Their offensive game plan seriously just has come together. They've got really expert at applying these different Dizzy setups, off hard knockdowns especially. And again, just recognizing what their opponent's weaknesses are and just leaning into that. And again, you mentioned the Dizzy playstyles. I love how eloquently you put it. Just she has different strengths she can lean into at different times.
Yup. And Huawei's been doing a great job knowing when they need to swap between, right? There were so many good opportunities for set play and did some great mix-ups. Great opportunities for zoning and did some great zoning, just super on point. But with that being said, Hobo also made some really good strides in trying to get that comeback to happen. There was some great adaptations going on, and I gotta say, their dash blocking was immaculate.
Yeah, very nice. So a couple things. So we're going to take a little intermission. After that one, we're gonna wait for the rest of the students to play out the matches. Then we'll see the scores afterwards. So there's gonna be a brief intermission. But before I send us off, there is an announcement I do want to make. Normally, every other week we do our beginner bracket, the A and C orientation. However, we have a holiday event coming up. So give me just 1 second, see if that can come onto the screen. But let's see. Here it is. So it's gonna be in a different vein. We're gonna have a holiday event where essentially, we'll have somebody on of our mentor skill level, which is just Diamond 1 and above, and somebody of our student skill level, Plat 3 and below. You can pick anybody. It could be, it doesn't have to be a mentor, it doesn't have to be a student, but you can just, it's a double elimination. You play with a friend. It's gonna be a first to two, with these it's gonna have there's gonna be like a sort of sudden death mechanic, but it's gonna be a fun bracket. It's gonna be unique. I encourage everybody to find somebody to apply with or enter with for our holiday office party. Again, it'll be the same time, so next Saturday, so it'll be December 13th at 2 p.m. EST, and you can find the details of that in our server, of course. But yeah, with that, Tim, was there anything you want to mention before I break?
No, I mean, sign up for the event. It's going to be dope. And stay tuned for the grand finals after this.
All right. Stay tuned. Take care.
journey has begun while everyone around.
Okay, we back on. Okay, cool. Thank you, everybody, for joining us after our intermission. Some crazy matches today. But yeah, I think we waited for the last of our matches to play out. And so what we're looking at is Team Ram with Luna / Octon Boomiey and Meki Fan on our winner's side, and then Chim, you're in for a treat. We do have our Dizzy players making it to the Grands today. Again, I don't know what I would have expected for the Grands today, but yeah, this has been a treat. I've really enjoyed watching both of these teams play, really coming out, putting an awesome foot forward, showing their best stuff.
Absolutely. I think this is going to be a fun one, for sure. I think both of these teams have shown off some amazing stuff. I think, honestly, especially from their... from the newer players, from the interns, it's been really surprising to see how good these players are, how consistently they're able to do what they need to do. It's great to see. So I'm hyped. This is a matchup you don't get to see too often. This is a matchup that I think Dizzy performs pretty well in. So I'm hyped. I'm really, really excited.
Yeah, we've seen both these players do their respective matchups, pull out some really interesting things, some good adaptations, really confident in the combos, their setups as well. However, we haven't seen two of them fight each other yet. This isn't a run back, so this is something entirely new that we'll be seeing all together. And this internship, if you're familiar with the event, we are doing this one a little differently. I did fumble that earlier, but we're doing this one a little differently. So essentially, again, this time it's going to be our Rams entering from winner side, and our Dizzy students. So our students are playing Ram on winner side, Dizzy on loser side. So Huawei is going to have a little bit of a hill to climb if they want to take this thing home.
Yeah, so it's just gonna be the students. So, it's gonna be dope either way. Because I think both these players are playing out of their minds today. I just want to be able to see more of them gaming, and here they are.
Yeah, but definitely super capable stuff. And again, it's just that at the end of the day, win or lose, the real win is trying something new, improving on our characters, getting the time, the student mentor, building that relationship, getting all kinds of cool knowledge. So to all of our competitors today, great job. Thank you all for putting on such a wonderful show. You all did great. It's been a pleasure to watch, commentate, see you all grow. As always, and again, the real win is just it's the improvement we made along the way.
Genuinely, sounds like a meme, but it is true, right? It's not like this is like some big money cash prize event, right? You enter this so you can learn something, you can get better, you can meet some cool people, and I hope that everyone's taking full advantage of that. Everyone who's entered this event met some fun people, learned some stuff they can use in their future tournaments.
I've been entering this for a while, but Chloe's been kind enough to allow me to take the commentator's booth for some of these events, it's helped me get my, to help me commentate. But I'm also I had an internship as well. I got third with my mentor Yoshito's, whom I talk to this day. As a matter of fact, I'm scheduled to have another VOD review with him after I'm done commentating today.
Let's get it.
You're building these relationships. It's a lot of fun. Again, everybody's here willing to learn and teach. But here we are, kicking off our first round. Let's see what both these players have in store.
Yeah, this is going to be really, really tough. It's going to be really, really fun to watch. Let's see how Meki can deal with this dizzy zoning.
Yeah. And I know the mentors are watching with bated breath as their students are going at it. Huawei does know how to deal with corner pressure, but we're going to talk how Meki's going to deal with that sort of full screen pressure that Huawei does like, or William does like to tend to apply.
Yup. Nice 2K2D though, goes for the side switch. Meki is ready for that though. A lot of people don't block that the first time, but it seems you have some experience. But blocks the Mortal Botto. Now it's time for a full conversion. Oh, doesn't get the slump they want, but you know what? There's the slump. Now Meki just one touch away from losing this.
And I gotta say, it's just, I am so impressed with both these players. But again, particularly Huawei, Wellian just improved so much. It's just looking like a different player altogether. And they're gonna take home that first round.
Yeah, that PRC back was amazing to avoid anything that Meki wanted to try. But you can't avoid that far slash. Gonna get a nice huge counter here. And now the sword going to explode. Give quite a big combo here, but 2S, one of Dizzy's best buttons, one of the best normals in the game, I think.
Really?
Coming through. Yeah, Dizzy has some great normals. A little bit slept on, but she has some amazing normals. Now look at this, the overhead RC, and now, oh, no, the Imperial Light gets blocked. What?
Yeah, and a block of reverse coming out from Meki themselves. Going for a throw, Huawei's gonna get a good tech and actually get a back throw Meki into the corner themselves, getting an opportunity to run some of their own pressure. Dizzy strike throw. We don't think of her as a strike throw character, but she definitely has that ability.
Yeah, her strike throw is genuinely terrifying a lot of the time, but... Oh, goes
wow.
for the hero burst! You know, shades of Pixelated Max here, and goes for the side switch as well, getting a little bit silly with it. Now just needs to find one more hit if they want to make something happen here. Huawei with the JK! Something could be brewing here.
Yeah. Oh, and it's getting close, and the dust to close it out. I am not gonna lie, Chim. I saw Huawei get, Meki's, the Meki's burst out. I'm like, that's a win right there, right? Because I'm like, oh, you get to go into the next round with burst, but instead, Huawei doubling down and closing out the round. These Dizzies, man, after a burst, I'm starting to think there's some kind of buff. That's when they're the most dangerous, and a trend that Williams gonna have to keep up if they want to get this loser side reset.
For sure, that was amazing. I think the funniest part about that too was Meki was at 1 HP, but it still took 3 hits because none of Huawei's hits could get comboed off of. I thought that was very funny. But we're jumping right into it. Huawei with the lead right now, but great JS from Meki there, going to send Huawei to the wall.
Man, look at that ram damage. Just 11 seconds in the round. And this health damage is already crazy. And we're watching him be put into the ram sword pressure. We can't hold this for a second. Good counter hit. Michael's going to buy us some space.
Yep, nice throw coming through as well. Let's do a little bit of nonsense here. Set up that Wings of Light. Goes for the RC as well.
Yeah, the wings are out. And with it, a mindset shift that is going to make Meki want to press. And, of course, get a counter hit to close out that round.
Yup. And Meki, showing right now that they're not going to get run over, right? This is definitely not going to be a completely one-sided Grand Finals, no matter who wins. Both these players have been playing so amazing all tournament. Oh, but a great counter. Yeah, you're forced to burst.
Yeah, this is, I feel like I say it every time, but this is definitely one of the more entertaining internships I got to see. I'm always just so impressed with what different players have in store, especially the roster that we've seen today. These players just going kind of back and forth, testing each other out, fighting for the space in neutral. Huawei is going to slowly get pushed into corner to deal with that ram sword pressure. Getting set through the wall for that hard knockdown, a positive bonus. Meki is going to capitalize an advantage.
Yup. And so much pressure. Huawei's having a tough time dealing with it, but that's a really great chance. Now you can go for some zoning, but let's just jump on in. The YRC though, Meki doesn't want to deal with any of the pressure, but a throw is going to put Huawei into the pressure now.
Yeah, and very expertly done closing out that round. Meki, of course, fighting back, doesn't want this bracket to reset in the slightest. And again, very powerful player, does make those momentum shifts. Again, losing the first game and then coming right back to win the next. It's a trend that we've seen from Meki fan all afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, we're tied up here, and Meki looked dominant, honestly, in that second game. a far cry from what we saw in the first game. Now we're going to this game 3. This is where the adaptation really hits, right? Both these players now have a bit of a down on each other, but a 2S is really good against that 6P.
And again, coming on the proverbial, the proverbial sort of winner side, Meki does actually have that extra time to get the download if they need to. A good back throw is going to shut down any hopes of a setup Wally had going. Again, Williams really patient with the burst, and then getting a deflection. Not sure if that was intentional or not, but either way, it isn't going to pay off as it hits the wall.
Oh, unfortunate. You're thrown into the corner here, but you do have 100 meter to work with, right? Mortabato could be coming out here at any time.
And here's some of that sort of zoning pressure we've seen before. I think we're looking for a burst there. That's all right. He's light, very conscious of the press that Meki's going to want to make.
Yeah, this is so scary with the amount of meter that Meki has. Nice block on the override, but you need to find a way out of this corner, but won't get a chance. Yeah. Meki going to be taking that round. And I like the Huawei held onto the burst.
I do too. Meki also very wise bursting, knowing that they had the advantage coming out of that because they had meter they wanted to spend, right? And it works out.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, these back throws. Meki is showing no fear.
Good press. You kept Ram unarmed without her sword. So this is the time to strike. Send through the wall with the ice spike.
Yeah, huge light lead coming out here. But again, Meki does have. Oh, nope, doesn't have anything actually. This should be enough to kill, especially to get that wall break. No, doesn't get the stick that you want. But one more hit will do it.
See, but does have the health advantage here. Meki just trying to make something happen. Even with Meki's confidence, probably not wanting to spend their burst until they can have a more surefire chance at victory. Always going to find themselves in the corner, dealing with that pressure. Oh, but Meki is going to burst. I stand corrected. Oh, wait, ever patient with theirs.
Well, Huawei does have meter, but might not get a chance to use it. The BRC comes through, though, and a back throw is going to get the kill.
I think Windshield Wiper's OTG would have killed there. Now Meki's going into this round with no burst. That's crazy. I'm looking at the meter and how these players are choosing to spend it. And, man, it's just... They're keeping me guessing every time, and I'm not even in the match.
Yeah, it's stressful just to watch. But now neither player has burst. Meki does have meter though, and is probably going to spend that on a wall break right here. No, unfortunate drop, but it's all good. You do have the meter post wall break. Huawei needs to make something happen here, but this is really tough, especially versus 100 meter Ram.
A really good block, but yeah, Meki on his turn is taking that full meter. Huawei's taking a big kind of might be exactly what they need. Just perfect close. That's who shit. What Huawei needs. YRC, buy back that space.
God, Huawei looks so afraid right now. Is going to get thrown. This won't be enough to kill, but one more hit will do it. No, this could be it.
And the throw to close it out. Meki, again, just with that resurgence is always just maybe having a bad round, maybe having a full bad game, but always turning it around to the point where you just forget that they ever even lost a round. It's such a strong player with the ability just to bounce back from losses so quickly.
Absolutely. And now, Meki, after what was a pretty dominant game 1, is now one game away from winning this, taking the whole event and winning this for Team Ram.
Yeah, I'm interested to see because I know these DCs could cook. I know Pixelated Max is back there praying for their student, channeling their energy, and they're getting it because Huawei, again, does just need to make something happen. They're fighting, from the lead side of this bracket. So we'll see what they can cook. And I know these Disney players can because we've seen it all afternoon from them.
Yup. There we go, though. The 5D coming through. And again, this is so tough. Huawei isn't just quite sure what to do in this ram pressure. The whip throw, they're going to put Huawei back in the corner with the burst. I like that choice, actually.
Again, Huawei just not opting to spend first. You have to wonder they're just waiting for that opportunity. Oh, and a little throw whiff. It's gonna close out that round. Potentially, bracket point here for Meki here. Gotta see something happen now.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
We're back in. We're back in. That was a little bit scary, especially in grand finals.
Yeah.
Ice Spike gonna catch though. This is huge. Gonna go for the side switch, but Meki's ready for these side switches. Huawei needs to pull out another layer of that mix-up if they want to get the hit.
Yeah. Wings of Light coming out. Something gonna pop shoot if something doesn't happen. This round could be as good as Huawei's now.
Yup, that is it. That's my favorite thing to see. The throw as the Wings of Light ticks down. It's beautiful. Brings a tear to my eye. Now Huawei has a chance to make this comeback, but Meki still on tournament point.
A good press from the jump in and a counter hit nonetheless. Here's that Wings of Light that we're seeing from Max. Probably making the mental so proud, but they get hit out of it.
Yeah, now you're gonna get sent through this wall. No, actually, an unfortunate drop, but maybe actually opportunity here, because now you get a little reset, you get a little bit more damage before you send Huawei through the wall. Mordo comes through, we're gonna send you through.
Oh no, this is so dire. We have something on the climb. We've got essentially one more guess to make. No, two as a counter hit comes through. Oh, and the sword explosion, making Meki close out the game and is the winner of this ANC internship.
Wow, that is what an unfortunate way to end that with the sword explosion. But Meki, such an amazing choice to use that sword there. Because Huawei was close to getting chipped out.
Yeah.
Great awareness of what they needed to do there, and good stuff to Team Ram for the W.
Yeah, and that is going to make, of course, them our employee of the month. So they'll get a sticky note on our sort of board for the loading screens. Of course, we'll get a photo of our of the Rams to put up on the employee wall, going to our employee hall of fame. So yeah, but nonetheless, winner or loser, grands or no, great showings from everybody today. We saw some really, really awesome sets. Had the privilege to commentate some awesome games here with Chim. So of course. We do have the option to do a winner interview with our Ram today. I'm going to see if they do want to come to the office for that. Let's see. Give me just 1 second.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going, Luda? How are you?
Yeah, what's up?
On top of the world right now. What can I say?
I bet. So we're gonna let's see if Meki Fan is gonna come in or not.
I told him to join a VC and he said okay, but knowing Meki, just takes him more.
Yeah. Well, while we got you here, so from the mentor side, what were some of the things that you and Meki were working on going in, during this 2-week training period?
If there's one thing I noticed about Meki while he was playing, it was his lack of conversions in combo game, and that's because we literally spent the entire dedicated period just working on neutral, fundamentals, whiff punishes, that sort of thing. We touched combos for maybe like a minute or two.
Yeah, and I think it showed. Sometimes the combo theory can take a backseat to just some of the more fundamentals of the game. And again, it showed. Brought home the win. Meki, now that we've got you here, how are we feeling?
I think a bit surprised that you got this far. To be honest, I think that they won like no losses in this tournament run.
Didn't drop a single set.
Yeah. Great. Very nicely played. Chim, did you have any questions for either of our players from Team Ram today?
I mean, honestly, it was just an amazing showing all around. I guess I should ask, what character were you the most stressed about going into this tournament? Who were you the most afraid to fight?
Nago. I'm gonna say Nago just because more so I was scared of Doom because I know Doom is really, really good. But then when I saw that Juno got swapped in for Ukio, I knew that was a guaranteed L. I knew Loki guaranteed L. But as long as Meki clutched it up, it was chill.
Yeah, and it was our first match, our round 1 stream, and I could see the stress. I was in the commentator's booth. My cortisol spiked when I watched that Ram Naga matchup. That was still easily one of my favorite sets of the night, and just the first one. Yeah, great showing for both sides again. But yeah, I think I guess is there anybody before we go, Meki, is there anybody you want to shout out? Anything you want to say? Anybody you want to, anything you want to say before before you depart and celebrate your victory for Team Ram today?
Well, one thing to say, thank you now for getting all that Ram stuff. That'd be nice. We need to win the entire thing. And also, my friends, I'll probably watch it on stream. Oh, in the VOD. Probably VOD, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll start them out real fast. They're my homies. Oh, so yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Well, thank you all so much for joining.
Awesome.
Super well played today. And yeah, again, of course, internship's over, but Luda, I know I'll see you around, of course. Always great to see you. And then Meki, of course, gonna continue to looking to watch you learn and improve from here on. And yeah, thanks for joining us here at the booth.
Thank you so
No
much for having
problem.
us. Bye, Brandon.
Fuck out of here.
All right.
The audacity.
So with that, let's see. So I'm gonna make our last couple of announcements. So again, we have a 2-week training period in the internship, where we're gonna be taking some new entrants soon. But of course, next Saturday, December 13th, same time, same start, 2 p.m. EST. We are gonna have, again, as I mentioned, our holiday event. So again, what's that's gonna look like. It's just you're like, again, you can pick somebody from a sort of a mentor skill level, Diamond 1 and above, and you yourself can also, so a student and a mentor, so Plat 3 and below, paired together, any character, any mentor, you all just compete together, again, in a sort of 1st to 2 setup. It's a newer thing, newer event. It should be a lot of fun. So just pick a player, pick a team, someone you want to compete with, and yeah, it should it should be a good time. Again, it's a unique event, first time we're doing this, so I encourage everybody, if you even seem interested, find one of your buddies, somebody or somebody else in the server, or even your mentor, and just have fun at our holiday event. I think that's all I got. Chim, is there anything that you wanted to say or add today?
I mean, I think that's it. I mean, besides the fact, for those who don't know me, I'm a VTuber. I play fighting games sometimes. And by sometimes I mean all the time. I'm a Guilty Gear player, but for the next month, I'm an Undernight player because I'm in an Undernight Slam event. So if you want to watch some Undernight, go follow me. I'll be back to Guilty Gear next month.
Yeah. But yeah, Chit.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure to have you. I've been looking forward to the prospect of commentating with you for a long time. And
for sure, it was great.
Yeah, so actually, the internship, and we are gonna be on a bit of hiatus, employee leave, enjoy some time with your family for the holidays. But of course, you'll get notifications when we're back up and running, of course. But yeah, again, so great watching everybody play. Congratulations again, Team Ram, and thank you all for coming out, supporting the event. Couldn't do it without the people, who, again, the mentors, the students, and of course the people who come out here just to watch everybody play, have fun, and improve. So yeah, thank you again, everybody. And I guess with that, I guess that's about all I got. You all have wonderful Saturday afternoon, and yeah, Chim, thanks again.
Yep, thank you for having me. It was a good ass time.
All right, peace, everybody.